It's outrageous, even for Tina. Every time I think she's starting to grow up, bingo, she reverts to type and does something horrible.
Yeah, well, I don't know who to be angrier at, Tina or myself.
Well, you haven't done anything wrong.
Oh, haven't I? I've been so proud of myself, playing Pygmalion with Tina. I've been so busy congratulating myself for making this new woman of her that I totally lost sight of the woman that she truly is.
Well, now, wait a minute, Richard. You have every reason to be proud. When Tina met you, she was shallow and petty and vain.
Oh, and look at her now. I mean, I've worked a miracle, haven't I? I mean, I've turned a shallow, petty, vain little girl and turned her into a shallow, vain, petty woman.
That's true. I can understand why you want to kick yourself. Every time I've trusted Tina, I've lived to regret it.
Well, just once. I'd like to see her regret the things that she does. Yeah, just once, I'd like to see someone kick her instead of them kicking themselves.
It would be worth seeing, wouldn't it?
Hmm.
For now, Richard, I really do think the best thing for you would be to stop kicking, period. I know it won't be easy, but you've just got to try and forget all about it.
Oh, Richard, I'm sorry. Harriet just told me to come right in.
It's all right, Delilah. Come on in. Richard and I were just talking.
Oh, you were just planning your wedding, right?
Oh, Delilah, this is not really the time.
Rafe and I are going to have a small ceremony. What about you and Tina?
Yeah, what about me and Tina?
Why are you staring?
You haven't changed a bit. Isn't that the bracelet I gave you?
You remember that?
I never forgot anything about us.
Somehow I thought that you would have changed and would have forgotten about me. I suppose that's why I've been avoiding you.
Maria, I know I've gotten older. And I probably don't ride and rope quite as good as I used to, but the memory hasn't gone yet. I never forgot you. I never forgot you.
My memory hasn't gone either. What? What is it?
I was just thinking. I mean, you, with a son Cord's age and all. Hell, we weren't that old the last time we saw each other.
Oh, well, that's easy enough to explain. You see, I got married shortly after my mother and I left Cherokee County.
Must have been damn shortly after.
Well, it was just one of those things. I met a wonderful man named Al Roberts, and I fell in love with him and got married the next day.
And lived happily ever after.
In some ways. That is, until...
Yes, I'm sorry. I know the memory must still be pretty fresh in your mind.
Yeah, it is. But I like to talk about Al because it makes me feel better when I think about all the good times we shared, and there were many.
I met him once. Real briefly at your hotel.
You mean when I was cowering in the bathroom?
Cowering? Is that what you were doing, hiding? Well, from what Cord has told me, he must have been, he was one hell of a father.
Yes. Yes, he was.
It's incredible, isn't it? You know how 20 years can just flash by, and here we are together again? Kind of like in that old barn in Cherokee County.
You mean the one with the scary old hoot owl up in the loft?
I always kind of figured that hoot owl was a kind of a pal of mine, you know. Every time he sounded off, you'd kind of snuggle in closer.
Well, you know, I wasn't as afraid as I pretended to be.
No, as I recall it, there wasn't too much of anything that scared you in those days. Which is why I could never understand, Maria, why you left town so suddenly without telling me where you were going.
Bucky, I don't want to talk about that.
Bucky? Bucky? There is no more Bucky. It's Clint. Don't you think it's about time that you finally told me why you ran off? Without a goodbye, go to hell or something?
Have a seat, please, Miss Perkins.
You haven't answered my question yet, Lieutenant. Have you arrested Cassie Callison yet?
Why don't you let us ask the questions?
I would be happy to if it will help find Mitch's killer.
Yeah, you do seem happy to pin the murder on Cassie.
I saw her in Mitch's room. She was the last person to see him alive.
Now, how can you be so sure of that? Didn't anyone else see Cassie and Mitch together?
No, no one else was around.
Oh, so maybe it was a convenient lie to throw the blame off yourself then.
Can he speak to me like this?
Detective Garrettson has his methods. I have mine.
Oh, I get it. You're the good cop, and he's the bad cop, and together you're going to work me over.
No, Miss Perkins. We're not playing and we're not going to work you over. We just want to get to the truth.
That's what I'm telling you, the truth.
Oh, come on. You're going to tell me you don't have an axe to grind with Cassie about the...
Detective Garrison, you're saying you were the last one to see Mitch and Cassie together?
Yes. She was wearing this little flimsy number. She probably thought she was irresistible.
Is there any chance that Mitch might have used force to get Cassie up to his room and put her in this flimsy little number?
Absolutely not. Mitch abhorred all forms of violence.
Oh, right. That's why we sent him up to Statesville for killing Harry O'Neill.
Look, he has been pardoned by a higher authority than you.
Well, look, we're not here to debate Mitch Lawrence's character.
What character? Why would Cassie kill the guy? Look, even if you could place him in the room, you can't come up with a motive.
How's jealousy?
Oh, so what? Cassie was jealous of you?
From day one. She never belonged at our mission. She never believed in our cause. The only reason she wanted to join was to be close to Mitch.
You saying she was in love with Brother Mitch?
No, love isn't the word. It was more like obsession. But when she realized that she couldn't have him, that he loved me, and that he was going to go away with me, she couldn't stand the rejection, so she killed him.
Either you're a fool, lady, or a damn liar.
Detective, I'll take over the questioning from
Now, hold on, Lieutenant. I just want to...
Take 5, Garrettson. In fact, take the rest of the night.
Well, Detective, do you just give orders, or can you take them, too?
I don't think I'm going to make this easy on you, Miss Perkins.
I'm just asking to be treated fairly.
Oh, you will be. Now, you were saying that there was... Yeah. All right, Dex, way to go. I knew if you followed the DA long enough, he'd lead you there. Now, I want you and Murph to move in right away. I'm sure you're going to find Cassie Callison. Right.
I know, and I'm sorry. I was really looking forward to being your matron of honor, too. But if Joey's asthma keeps getting worse, there's nothing I can do.
Well, you can't go to Arizona, not with the baby on the way.
Honey, if these sleepless nights continue, somebody has to take Joey to a drier climate, and Clint can't leave the banner now.
Well, we'll just postpone the wedding until you can come back.
You will do no such thing.
But, Vicki, I can't get married without a matron of honor.
Honey, listen, I may not have to go at all, and if I do have to go, I don't know that I would be back in time for the wedding.
Well, you think I should ask somebody else?
I think that you and Rafe should just go ahead and get married as planned, on schedule. And one other thing.
What?
I think you should be happy. This is going to be the happiest day of your life.
Well, I would have been a lot happier if you were beside me.
Right, that's what you need, a blimp and a bright pink matron of honor gown.
Oh, you wouldn't have been a blimp. You're not a blimp, and you would have been beautiful in the dress that I was designing for you. But, Vicki, no matter what you might think you look like, you have a beauty that's within you. And it's the kind of beauty that, well, I'm going to miss.
Oh,
a lot.
Thank you.
I hate to blame Mama, but she never gave me a chance to tell you.
Dragged you out of town kicking and screaming, is that it? I knew your mother, Maria, remember? I knew her. She was a very kind, warm, loving person.
Yes, you're right, she was. But that's why she took me to El Paso, because she was afraid that I would end up hurt and abandoned.
Hurt? When did I ever hurt you? When did I ever hurt you? And who abandoned who? Who left town?
I know, Bucky. I mean, Clint. But you were the boss's son.
So what? You could have written, Maria. You could have written. You know how confused I was when you left town, and how hurt I was when I couldn't find you?
Don't you think I was confused and hurt, too? Don't you see, Mama made me promise? She made me promise never to contact you. She said that you and I would be better off, and what could I do? I mean, I was a young girl. I just had to go along with what she said.
So that's when you met Al Roberts.
I never realized then that when I couldn't have you, I was so desperate to love somebody and to have somebody love me back. Al was a good man, and he loved me so much.
Well, I'm glad it all worked out for you. I want you to know something. If you hadn't left town, or even if I could have found you after you had left, I would have found a way to make it work for us, somehow.
You're right. I guess I should have tried to contact you.
Well, so far, nobody has found a way to rewrite the past, have they? I do hope that you aren't afraid of me any longer. I mean, I like that son of yours. I'd hate to lose him.
Oh, yes, and he thinks the world of you, too.
Oh, really? Good. Then there's no reason why we can't get the two families together.
Oh, I like that. Except for one thing. I would rather that Cord didn't know that you and I have known each other.
Why? You ashamed of me?
Hardly. No, it's just that Cord might be uncomfortable, being that you're working so closely together at the Banner.
Oh, okay. As far as I'm concerned, we just met.
Oh, am I keeping you from something?
Well, as a matter of fact, I am late for a meeting.
Oh, well, please go. I'm sure we'll have many more chances to talk.
I'll have Vicky get a hold of you and set up a dinner.
Good. I look forward to that.
It was nice to see you again, Maria.
Oh, Mr. Buchanan, please. We've just met, remember?
It was a pleasure.
Yes, it was a real pleasure.
Mom, if I turn myself in now, then maybe the police will have some sympathy for me instead of waiting for them to track me down. Then they'll wonder why I didn't confess.
Would you please tell her? Tell her that she just lays low for a day. Then she can show up, and everybody will think she's back from a vacation.
Will you stop about the vacation? It's a lie, and the police are going to know it. They'll think my whole story is a lie.
All right, Dorian, she's right. There is no alternative. She has to come with me now.
And what are the police going to think when you come walking through those station doors?
They'll think I did the right thing.
No, they won't. They'll think you're guilty, and you're all but admitting it.
Dorian, you've got to stop stalling. She's got to come down with me now. It's in her best interests.
I'm sorry, Mom, but I have to do it this way.
It's the only
No,
way. Let's
please.
get out.
Now, wait. I want us all to sit down and talk about...
Stop arguing about this.
Nonsense.
Quick, run out the back
No,
door.
no.
Mom?
This is Lord Landry Police. We're looking for...
I believe you're looking for my daughter.
Yes, sir. If you'll come with us, Miss Callison.
What is it that you want from her?
For the murder of Mitch Lawrence. We have some questions to ask you, Miss Callison.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
Philadelphia Match solves housing problems for young and old. It's a home-sharing program that matches people aged 60 or more with younger persons willing to share living space with older people. The program is sponsored by the Episcopal Community Services and the Shared Housing Resource Center. Call 848-7700. Children's Crusade, Jazz, and Chinatown's Voice, Saturday.
Cassie, I was hoping you'd make this easy for all of us.
Now, Bill, she was on her way to turn herself in when your men came in to get her.
Yeah, you've already said that, Herb. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like Cassie to speak for herself.
That's why I'm here.
Good. And maybe you can clear up a question for me. Cassie, we've got a witness that claims that you were seen with Mitch Lawrence in his room just before he was killed. Were you there, Cassie?
Yes, I was. And so was Mitch, very much alive.
Yeah, that's not all he was. Honey, tell the lieutenant what he tried to do.
Hey, we'll get to that, Herb. Now, Cassie, this same witness also claims that you were wearing, well, a rather intimate article of clothing.
Yes, I was wearing lingerie.
Lingerie. Is there any particular reason that you were wearing this lingerie?
The reason was Mitch Lawrence. He made her put it on.
Is that true, Cassie, or were you wearing a lingerie just to tempt the man that you were in love with?
What?
No, of course not. Why would I
Will you let her answer the questions?
Mitch dragged me into the room and he shot me up with something. And then he made me put on the lingerie to satisfy some sick obsession of his.
I don't understand, Cassie. I mean, how did he make you do all this? There were a lot of people at the waterside, and couldn't you have screamed for help?
Now, look, she's already told you, Bill. Lawrence used drugs to keep his disciples in line. He drugged her, too, that's all.
Now, Herb, are you here as Cassie's attorney? Because if not, then do your daughter a favor and butt out.
Look, Lieutenant, Mitch Lawrence, he shot me up with some kind of a drug, and then he made me put that teddy on, and then he tried to,
Go ahead, Cassie. What else?
I remember. There was somebody else there. Somebody else was there. They held me down while Mitch Lawrence shot me up with that drug.
Who was that, honey?
It was Brother Adrian.
Adrian LaRue?
Yeah. And he and Mitch both kidnapped me, and they took me to this sleazy motel room. And then that's where Mitch drugged me up, and then he took me to the bank, and he made me withdraw all the money that I had in my trust fund. And then he took me back to the mission.
Well, there you have it. See, all you have to do now is find Brother Adrian, and you've got, for all you know, he's the one who killed Lawrence.
Well, I don't know if he'll cooperate. I mean,
Wow.
But he knows exactly what happened.
Well, maybe he does and maybe he doesn't. Unfortunately, Brother Adrian has conveniently disappeared.
Well, I told you everything that went on, Lieutenant, exactly how it happened.
You sure? Isn't it possible that you just told me the way you wished it had happened?
No, why would I do something like that?
Isn't it possible that you were trying to tempt the man that you were in love with?
What?
Isn't it possible that you were a rival with Allison Perkins for the affection and love of Mitch Lawrence?
No.
I
And
hated
isn't it
him.
also possible that when Mitch tried to force you out of the room, in fact, push you away, that you got so angry that in a fit of jealous rage, you picked up the candlestick holder and hit him with it?
No. She told you what happened.
I hit
Told
him.
you a million
I
times.
hit him, but it was self-defense. Believe me, I couldn't have killed him. You have to believe me.
Let me get this straight. You say Cassie doesn't remember anything that happened after she struck the guy.
No. He drugged her, he tried to rape her, and she struck him in self-defense.
Hard enough to kill him?
Cassie wouldn't kill anybody. She just struck at him. It made him angry and just made him go after her again.
All right, and that's when she lost consciousness.
Exactly, and that's when somebody else must have entered the room, saw her on the floor, and struck the fatal blow and then vanished.
And then you came in, found Cassie, and took her home.
Don't look at me like that. Come on, it's the truth.
I'm sorry, Dorian, but it's just a little hard to believe. And if I'm having trouble with it, imagine what Lieutenant Moore is thinking.
Oh, I'm sure he believes that lying little drugged-up disciple of Mitch's, that Allison. But if I thought that I could just shake the truth out of her, so help me, I'd...
Strong-arming her isn't going to help anything. Now, look, let me see if I can find Sister Allison and talk to her, ask her some questions. Okay?
Thank you.
Don't worry. Cassie will be all right. Really. Smile for me. Come on, that's better. I'll get back to you as soon as I have some. Okay?
Sweetheart, you are not
I don't believe what happened. Wait a minute, I thought you had some big heavy-duty meeting downtown.
Oh, that. Well, it turns out the famous syndicated columnist had to cancel.
You're kidding. You went down there for nothing?
Well, not as it turned out, honey. You'll never
Oh, wait,
guess.
no, I have to tell you my news first. You're not going to believe this, and then you can decide if it is good or bad. Richard was just here. The wedding is off.
What? You mean the kid finally came to his senses?
Unfortunately, he was brought to his senses the hard way. Hold on to your hat. Tina has dumped Richard for Cord.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know whether to laugh or cry for Richard and Cord.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Huh. Richard's a damn sight better off, but now Cord's stuck with her.
I tried to tell Richard that, but he's a little upset at the moment.
Wonder how Maria's gonna take it.
Who's Maria?
Oh, Cord's mother. I ran into her at the Vernon Inn. She didn't say anything about it. I guess she's gonna be in for a shock herself.
Is that your big news, that you finally met Cord's mother?
Yes,
Oh.
and honey, there's a little more to it than...
Well, I'm glad you finally met her. Now maybe we can all get together.
Yeah, well, honey, the fact is, it's not the first time I'd met Maria. Cord's mother is the first woman I ever loved.
Cassie, if you're ready to continue.
She's not. You haven't charged her with a single crime, and until you do, you have no
Dad, I
right
want
to
to finish
detain...
the story, and then I want to get the hell out of
Lieutenant's
here.
not interested in your story, darling. All he wants to do is wrap up the case and keep the commissioner happy. Isn't that right, Lieutenant?
I think it'd be better if you leave now, Herb.
I think it'd be better if you stop harassing my daughter.
Cassie, you admit to striking Mitch Lawrence.
She's
Yes,
already
I did.
told you that
I
she
hit him.
struck Mitch Lawrence.
But it's because he was attacking me. He tried to rape me.
Self-defense. You ever hear of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've also heard of a misunderstanding. Now, maybe Mitch wasn't assaulting you. Maybe he was just overly excited.
Are you out of your mind?
He slapped me around. He knocked me out. How do you think I got this black eye?
I don't know. That black eye or the bruises don't necessarily prove he was trying to rape you.
Right, it's a black eye. A black eye. Maybe she's in pain. Maybe she just enjoys being knocked around by guys. Is that it?
I'm not saying that, Herb. I'm saying the situation could have been reversed. What if you came on to Mitch?
Yeah, now you've insulted my daughter once too often. I want this to stop.
Push you away, force you out of the room, and in your rejection, you wouldn't go.
I've had enough of this.
No, hold on, Herb. Just hold it. What if you got so upset with Mitch that you just picked up the candlestick holder and hit him over the head, not once, but twice, and killed him?
I didn't hit him twice. I only hit him once. I didn't kill him. You have to believe me. I couldn't have killed him.
And I never saw her again until this evening.
But you were so young then, both of you. And her leaving town like that must have been very difficult for you to accept.
Well, Pa said it was just one of those summertime romances, you know, a fling. Puppy love, he called it. Said I'd get over it. Of course, I did get over it, but sure didn't feel like puppy love at the time. Felt more like the end of the world.
And in all these years, have you ever wondered?
Of course I wondered, honey. Who knows what might have happened if her mother hadn't taken her out of town.
Yes, indeed. Who knows?
Sweetheart, you're not sorry I told you this, are you?
Sorry? You mean am I jealous? No, I'm not jealous. I'm very surprised.
That makes two of us. You know, when I saw her tonight, I was happy and sad all at the same time.
Honey, though, what happened to you two a long time ago happened to two entirely different people. Maria met Al, and she had her life, and you, well, you had a bit of luck.
Yep. Who says things don't turn out for the best, huh?
Although I must admit I can't help feeling sorry for the two of you.
Well, nobody's to blame for it, really. It was just the time and the place.
And now I understand why you never wanted to talk about when you were a teenager in Cherokee County.
Well, some things never really quit hurting, you know. But, you know, seeing Maria tonight, will help take some of the pain away. I mean, now I know that it wasn't anything I did that made him leave town.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Allison Perkins. Allison Perkins?
I've already spoken to the police.
Who's to say I'm a cop?
I'm the warden's daughter. Let's say I can smell it.
You're close, but no cigar. My name's John Russell. I'm a private investigator. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You don't belong here.
Well, you're quite right, but I am talking with the lady.
The lady has been hounded enough by your authoritarian system. She only answers to the Lord.
Shut up, Susan. From now on, I will say what I please, and I will do what I please. Now go on, Mr. Russell. Ask me whatever you want.
I'm surprised you're willing to talk with me, Miss Perkins.
Why shouldn't I be? I've nothing to hide, nothing to lose. Now, what do you want from me?
Well, the question is, what do you want from Cassie Callison?
She hired you, didn't she?
No one's hired me. Let's just say I'm an interested party.
You want me to change my story? Well, I'm sorry, but it happens to be the truth.
So you did actually see Cassie killing Mitch?
No, I never said that. Look, I saw enough.
You want to talk about it?
No, I have already told everything to the police.
Everything, Allison. Suppose you tell me what you really did see up there in Mitch's room.
Nothing.
Nothing?
They were kissing.
Well, I'm sorry. That must have been hard to take.
Hard. Oh, do you know what happens when a god falls to earth, Mr. Russell? Well, let me tell you. Nothing. Not a single sound. He just falls and breaks into hundreds of meaningless little pieces. He becomes like everyone else.
So Mitch was a man, much like other men.
Even more so, it seems.
Was Mitch the type of a man who a woman could compel him to kiss if he didn't want to? What I'm asking you is, could Cassie or any other woman make Mitch kiss them? No, I didn't think so. That's all I wanted to ask you. Good luck, Allison.
I suppose Asa didn't approve then.
You should have heard him on the subject.
But, honey, you know, you were both just kids at the time.
Oh, we didn't think so.
And I'll bet you were a terror. I forgot to tell you Cord called while you were out.
Oh, really? You say where I could find him?
Yeah, you can get in your car, turn around, go right back where you came from. He'll be at the press box in 10 minutes.
You know, you really got to admire the way that kid devotes himself to his work.
Yeah, I wish he'd devote himself a little less to Miss Tina.
Oh, I'll tell him that when I see him.
Don't bother. Waste your breath.
Well, he's got enough to worry about if he's really thinking of marrying her.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be long.
I've heard that before.
Hey.
Oh, yes, hello. I'd like to be connected to Mrs. Maria Roberts' room, please. Oh. Yes, would you page her, please? Thank you.
Hello, this is Maria Roberts.
Oh, hi, it's Vicki Buchanan.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Buchanan.
Please, would you call me Vicki? I think it's only appropriate now, especially since you and Clint have met up again.
Oh, I'm so glad he told you.
Yes, it must have been a great surprise for you to see each other again after so many years.
Yes, it was a wonderful surprise. So, Clint said you'd be calling about dinner. I would love that, Vicki.
Oh, good, so would I. But actually, that's not exactly what I'm calling about now. I wonder if I could talk to you tonight, if possible. It's really very important.
Satisfied now, Lieutenant? Think if you bully my daughter long enough, you get the answer you want, even if it's a lie?
I'm not after scalps, Herb.
Could have fooled me.
Herb, you're not just her father. You're the DA. And you know I got to play this one strictly by the book.
Really? What does the book tell you to do, Lieutenant?
Cassie, I've got no choice but to tell you that you're the prime suspect in the murder of Mitch Lawrence.
No, this is a ridiculous miscarriage of justice.
Hey, don't talk to me about justice. If I wanted to play hardball, I could have you up on charges of obstructing justice.
Oh, please. I don't want you to get into trouble. Just
Shut up! I'm not going to stand by while the lieutenant tries to railroad you.
I'm just trying to get to the truth, Mr. Callison. And until I do, your daughter's not to leave town. And I expect your complete cooperation in this matter.
Channel 6. Donahue on rekindling old romances tomorrow.
I don't understand.
Right there.
What if we have to leave her at the precinct with Rob?
It's what she wanted.
But I just have this horrible feeling that now that we're gone, they're going to decide to arrest her, charge her.
Bill Moore assured me that he'd notify me first.
Oh, I mean, it's just so disgusting. Our daughter is the victim of a psychopath, a murderer, a rapist, and they're treating her like she's a criminal.
I know, Donna. But as hard as the lieutenant was on Cassie during the interrogation, I don't believe that he's completely made up his mind. Anyone who was at the waterside end, anyone who had a grudge against Mitch Lawrence is still a suspect.
Yes, but all the flimsy circumstantial evidence points to Cassie. Dear God, I really didn't think this would happen. I thought that I'd saved her from all of this.
Look, Doria, I understand your maternal instincts. I sympathize with them, all right? But please, from here on out, Cassie needs your wisdom.
He beat her. He tried to rape her. He deserved to die. I just know that Cassie didn't do it.
I'm going to resign as the district attorney. I'm going to make sure she gets out of this.
These will be fine, Cord. Thanks for going through the files. Jenkins will choose the final photos for his Life and Death of Mitch Lawrence article. So, you in a hurry, or you got time for a drink?
Well, I told my ma I'd meet her over at the Vernon Inn about 10. We have to meet some lawyer, something about my pa's estate. I've got about a half hour, and if you wouldn't mind, there was something of a personal nature that I'd like to talk to you about.
Fine. You know, I finally met your mother earlier this evening.
Yeah? Hey, she's great, isn't she?
Very charming and very beautiful.
Oh, she always was. You know, you should see some pictures of her when she was about 16, 17 years old. Whew. Man, she was something else.
Let's talk in here, Maria, shall we?
Oh, Vicki, this estate, it's magnificent in this room. It's just lovely.
Thank you very much. My father built Landfair many years ago. In fact, I grew up here.
Is that a terrace out there?
Yes, yes. There's a pool further out on the grounds. You and Cord have to come and swim. You know, Clint told me about your encounter earlier today and his shock at seeing you again, given that you were sweethearts when you were teenagers.
It's so strange, isn't it? My son comes to Landview and ends up working for an old flame. Vicki, I've been thinking about it, and since it happened such a long time ago, there's no reason to tell Cordetto, is there? I mean, it might make him feel funny. And besides, Clinton wasn't really an old flame. It was just a brief fling between two kids. Are these both your children?
Yes, yes, they are. I'm sorry they couldn't come down and say hello, but they're both asleep already. Joey, the little one you met at the hospital, and Kevin is the older boy.
Yes. Well, they are darling.
Thank you.
Who is this, Vicki?
That's Joe Riley, my late husband. He's the children's natural father.
Cassie Callison joined our family to destroy it, and she killed our messenger.
Yeah.
We welcomed her here, didn't we? We treated her as our sister, and she betrayed us all. Now, I say that Cassie Callison has to pay for that crime, and we are the ones to see her punished.
Your late husband looks so much like a friend of mine in El Paso.
Really? Yeah. Well, I hope he's a wonderful man, because Joe certainly was.
You know, I knew that Clint wasn't the father of your children, but I didn't realize he had passed away.
Yes. He had an inoperable brain tumor. I was pregnant with Joey when he died. He never lived to see his second son born.
Oh, Vicki, that's tragic. I'm so sorry. Having lost Al recently, I can imagine how you felt.
Well, I had a lot of help and support from friends and family, but it was hell. Joe was one of a kind. He had a very tough exterior, such a gentle heart. He was a wonderful father and husband. I loved him so much. I still miss him. Is something wrong?
Oh, I was just trying to see myself years from now being married again and yet trying to hold on to my memories of Al. I just can't imagine it.
Neither could I at the time. It took Clint years to win me over. And I have to say I thank the Lord every single day that he did, because I've been doubly blessed in my life. Joe and Clint.
How did you and Clint meet?
Oh, that's funny. Actually, Joe introduced us. He knew that he was dying, and he went to Arizona to talk Clint into coming back here to be his successor as the editor of the Banner.
Oh, my, that's ironic, isn't it? So he became his successor as father and husband as well.
Mm-hmm. Clint and I have often talked about that over the years, whether Joe didn't really have that in mind as well, because they share so many of the same fine qualities. Why don't we sit down?
Oh.
May I offer you something to drink?
Oh, no, thanks.
Maria, I'm sure you must be aware from Cord how very fond we have become of your son.
Oh, yes, I am. You've been very generous to him, and, well, of course, you know he's very fond of both of you.
Good. I hope, then, that we can move on to dinner parties and pool parties and things like that.
Yes, we can. You know, I suppose it was rather silly of me to keep trying to avoid Clint, but I just thought it would be very awkward. But I'm glad that I ran into him, and now that that's over with, I would love to spend time with you and get to know both of you.
Oh, that's wonderful. Actually, I may have to leave town very shortly. My little one, Joey, his asthma is not responding to medication at all, and the only answer seems to be to get him away from the pollen.
Oh. Well, in that case, Vicky, I have to bring up a subject that I probably would not have talked to you about it until we knew each other better.
What is that?
Your half-sister, Tina Lord.
According to the people at the rally, you disappeared shortly before the murder.
That's right. I went outside to look for Allison Perkins.
Why?
Because she said she knew where Cassie was, but we were interrupted by that bozo Adrian, and she never came back, so I thought maybe something happened to her, too.
Then you can corroborate Allison's testimony.
Well, what part?
Well, Allison has told us that Cassie was in Mitch's suite.
Well, no, she never said that. She just said that she knew where she was, so no, I can't corroborate that.
You say you were outside. You never went upstairs.
Stairs were guarded front and back. I think it's because Mitch had Cassie locked and drugged up in his room, don't you?
Or maybe she was there willfully.
Well, then you don't know Cassie. She would never willingly go along with any of that stuff, especially give him money. She hated Mitch and his phony religious posturing.
Did she hate him enough to kill him?
Huh. Well, only if she had no choice. If it was a matter of self-defense against being beaten or raped, maybe. I think any of us would kill in that situation, don't you?
Who saw you outside?
No one.
How convenient.
Are you telling me I'm a possible murder suspect? Hey, I wish I had the privilege of doing that guy in, but I didn't. But if I did, I wouldn't have bolted out of the room. I would have stayed and gotten Cassie to a doctor. Then I would have bragged about killing Mitch to the press and the cops.
I don't understand. Why do you have to sacrifice your career?
I've just take a leave of absence.
No, really. Wouldn't you be of more help to Cassie if you were the district attorney?
No, I can't do it. Not ethically, not even within the boundaries of the law, see?
The boundaries of the law are about to lock our daughter up in prison.
Dorian, I can work for you as her defense counselor, all right? As the defense attorney, I would be forced to step down during the trial.
Stop talking about a trial. There isn't going to be a trial because Cassie didn't do anything. She was unconscious, for God's sake. She was incapable of doing anything.
You don't have to convince me. I don't have any secret doubts.
I'm sorry, really. I'm just a bit frantic.
Well, I'm not exactly calm myself, you know. So, I mean, at least I'm thinking rationally, and that's why I'm resigning. We'll just have to hope the real killer steps forward. If not, we're going to have to find him or her. I mean, I was counting on fingerprints that would point to some other suspect.
But there are no fingerprints because the murder weapon was wiped clean. Even if there had been fingerprints, it wouldn't have mattered because apparently there were people in and out of that room all the time, praying at the altar.
How did you know there were no fingerprints on the candlestick?
Because you must have told me.
I haven't told a soul.
All right, I'll tell you. Because I wiped the fingerprints off the candlestick. And just about everything else that I could find.
Heed the messenger, heed the messenger.
All right,
heed the messenger.
Cassie has a rich mother, and her father is the district attorney of Landview. Does anybody think justice will be done here? No, and neither do I. So let's take a vote. Are we going to do the Lord's bidding and demand an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth? This is getting way out of hand. What are you talking about, Susan? Some sort of vigilante group that grabs Cassie and lynches her? No, we'll be a little more creative than that. Look, but this is not the Lord's bidding. That is revenge and bitterness. We have to let the police and the courts arrest Cassie and then convict her. It will never happen, Allison. Look, too many people in high places hated our leader. They'll band together and they'll let Cassie off. She probably won't even come to a trial. Right. Now, are you with us or against us?
So, what do you want to talk to me about?
Well, I guess you heard what happened with Tina and Richard.
And you, I believe. Ricky told me all about it after she talked to Richard.
How's he doing?
Well, how do you think he's doing? He's devastated. And he's angry. He feels like a damn fool.
I'm real sorry about that. You know, I never meant for anyone to be hurt. I really like Richard.
It's a whole lot easier to like a man now that you've suddenly won out, isn't it?
Why did you say it like that, Clint?
Look, Cord, I promised myself that I wasn't going to let my personal feelings toward Tina put me into an adversarial position with you. Now, I realize that she's the reason you came to town in the first place, so congratulations.
Clint, I am so happy right now that I could just jump up and down. I know that Tina and I belong together, and we're going to have a great life together, too.
I certainly hope so. But do something, will you? For you, not so much for me, but for yourself. Spend a few months with her before you actually marry her.
And get to know her better, is that what you mean?
Uh-huh.
Clint, I think I know Tina a lot better than a lot of people around here do. It's more than just spending time together. It's more than chemistry, too. I know that I make her be... She's just the best person she can be when she's with me. And she makes me want to stand up and walk tall.
That's very nice. Very nice.
I know it's going to take some time to get used to that. And I'm real sorry that Richard got hurt by all this. But Tina was trying to force herself to love him and force herself not to love me. Now, you know that you can't force feelings like that, right?
Right.
And in terms of holding off the marriage, well, if Tina wanted to run out tonight, get married, well, I'd be more than willing to do so. Clint, everything's going to work out. You'll see. I'm going to show you, my ma, this whole town. You're all going to be surprised.
Your mother doesn't like it?
Yeah, well, she's been against this from the beginning. I don't even know why. And speaking of my ma, I need to get over to Vernon Inn right now.
I'll see you in the office tomorrow.
Right. Clint, thanks.
Take care.
And sign here.
How many more pages, George? This pen could run out of ink.
That's the last one. Of course, we could tear them all up if you want.
I'd love to, but I can't.
I have tried not to ask questions.
And you've done a good job. Don't blow it now.
It's just that the worth of the 2,000 acres will skyrocket, the interest in developing it, and for you to give this away.
George, how many years have we known each other, huh? Do I need any more money? Is this deal going to break me?
No,
Then
but...
do as you're told. Now, have you called Maria yet?
Well, we have an appointment for tonight.
All right. Now, look, use your lawyerese and stop her from asking too many questions.
Well, whatever you say.
Here's a check.
You want to kiss this money goodbye, Asa?
George, what you don't know is I am saving something far more important than money. Call me and tell me what went on.
I'll do that. Goodbye.
Bye.
Miss Buchanan?
Goodbye, Mr. Stone. Well, is it all over? I mean, is the dirty work all done to make Cord a wealthy man so Tina can marry a rich one?
All done. Cords in the will, and he will have the blood money by tonight.
Oh, is that why Peter Neal was here? To make him one of the heirs?
He doesn't know why, and he's not about to break client confidentiality. So, until I have a heart attack, which could be real soon the way things are going, nobody will know.
Oh, God. Honey, so there'll never be an end to this life.
Probably not. Tina's liable to come around 6 months from now and want another $1 million.
Oh, yeah, and you'll probably give it to her.
Oh, stop it. I told you, and I proved it. I will do anything to keep Clint from ever finding out what I did to him and Maria years ago.
I assume you know that my son is in love with Tina, and supposedly she's no longer denying her love for him.
Yes, I do know that. Actually, that's why I had asked you to come by here this evening to talk about that. I was with Richard earlier, trying to help him deal with the mess she's made out of his life.
Uh-huh. Well, it's very difficult for me, Vicky. I mean, on one hand, I'm happy that my son has gotten what he so desperately wanted. I mean, Tina is the reason that he moved to Landview, but I have very conflicting feelings towards Tina.
She tends to provoke conflicting feelings. But, you know, maybe if she really loves him, maybe they can make it last a lifetime.
Does that mean that you approve?
It's not my place to approve. Tina's going to live her life as she sees fit. I assume you don't approve.
Well, I never felt that Tina was right for court even when they first met. But it is not for me to approve or disapprove. Al and I have raised a very, very independent young man. Now, I've expressed my doubts about Tina, but it doesn't matter. Cordetto just seems to think that he's won the biggest prize out there.
I hope for his sake that it turns out to be that. Are you sure I can't offer you something to drink?
Oh, no. No, thank you. Oh, gosh, I've got to run. Court is waiting for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. If I do have to go to Phoenix, then we won't see each other for a while, but hopefully just as soon as I get back.
Oh, yes, please, we must get together, and thanks for having me over tonight.
Oh, my pleasure. I have to tell you that it's very comforting to know that my husband had such good taste when he was a young man.
Oh, and he still does.
Thank you.
I assume the killer wiped the fingerprints off. And what the hell is wrong with you?
Please sit down.
Do you realize what you've done?
It hurt. I panicked, all right? I mean, my first thought was to get Cassie out of that room without any link to
Having
it.
seen enough movies and read enough books, you thought that was a good idea.
Yes, I knew that the room would be dusted for prints. I wanted to make sure that hers were not there.
And effectively wiped away the killer's prints, too.
Yes, indeed, I did. However, at that time, how did I know? I mean,
How did you know what? Whether Cassie had done it or not?
Yes. I mean, of course, I had serious doubts.
Boy, whoever prosecutes this case is going to have a field day with all these brilliant attempts of yours to protect your daughter. Now, every one of them is going to backfire on her.
One minute, Peter. Anybody would have done exactly what I did.
Dorian,
Same
do you have any idea how guilty you're making Cassie look? A prosecutor right out of law school will look at this and say, Cassie's mother knew she committed the murder, and therefore she was going to make sure that everything was wiped away so that nobody would believe her little daughter. It's appearances we're dealing with. Do you understand? We don't have an eyewitness account of the murder. What we've got is evidence of activity before and after the murder, and it's piling up. Now, should I know about any other heroics that you performed on your daughter's behalf?
I did it. I did it out of love, Herb. I did it because I love her so very much, and I was just trying to save her.
How many more years is it going to be? How many manipulations that hurt people and backfire on them before you learn to leave the truth alone? The truth!
Rob Coronel, Lieutenant. Have a seat.
I don't want to have a seat.
Well, you can stand on your head if you want to, but you're going to answer these questions if it takes all night.
Look, Lieutenant, I've been around here all night. I didn't come down here to diddle around with you or the department. Cassie's out there waiting for me. In case you didn't know, she's had a rough day.
You You know, being a fat mouth is not going to get you out of here any sooner, Carno. Seen your dad recently? What is a colorful family you come from?
What's my family got to do with this?
Well, you were married to Cassie Callison. You come from a long line of gangsters. I don't think I'm off the wall if I regard you as the #1 suspect.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious as a heart attack. Where were you when the murder took place?
I do think Maria, who happens to be very close to her husband, won't even question a sudden windfall, won't even wonder why Al Roberts never told her of a very small acquisition of 2,000 acres.
Well, it doesn't figure for her to ask any questions. She finds out I'm behind it, so what? Now her precious son has some Buchanan money.
She doesn't even like Tina. Lord, she's going to figure this out. She's going to figure out Tina's blackmailing you so she can get Cord and a lot of money, too.
Damn it, Pamela. I'm in a foxhole, shooting with a six-shooter, warding off rockets and tanks, and you're showing me other areas that I am defenseless.
You know something? I better tell you this because I really don't see any end to it. And I'll tell you something else, Asa. Once Clint finds out about all these machinations that you engineered so that he wasn't going to know about it at all, oh, then we are really going to see him get furious.
You know, everything was just fine until you took Mitch Lawrence under your wing and kept him in town. That and your friendship with Tina. I mean, you can pick him.
Oh, yeah, I can really pick him. Take a look at the man I married and oh, how kind and honest and loving he is.
That is it. I have had it.
Well, listen, before you go marching off into the other room, there is something that I would like to say to you. First of all, the police called and they'd like you to come down to headquarters for questioning.
What, dealing with that maniac's murder? What do they want to talk to me about? Whoa, hey, Lordy. You don't suppose that jerk had a notebook or something and wrote down when he found out about Cord?
Oh, another chink in the armor, huh, Asa? And second, I can't go through with this madness very much longer, and I will do my best, Asa, to try to protect you, but I will not lie for you if pressed again.
If I go through all this, and you are the one that ruined me in the end.
All right, I say we go to Cassie Callison's apartment and wait for her there. Yeah. You are not the leader around here. I am as of now. Mitch chose me as the first disciple to worship with him at the altar.
Yeah.
I'm the first one that he sanctified.
Yeah.
He told me always to follow in his footsteps, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Mitch did not preach violence. Except when necessary. I demand that we take a vote. We have already decided, haven't we?
Where was the food?
All right, let's go to the shed and get the tools we'll need for when Cassie is our prisoner. No! I'm not going to let you do this. I won't let you get away with it. I'm going to the police to stop you. I feel sorry for you, Allison. Obviously, without Mitch around to guide you, you've just fallen apart. There is no messenger to heed. Don't you see that? All of you, you're just going to make this worse. Take her upstairs. Get your hands off her.
Allison is locked in, Susan.
Oh, thank you so much, brother. Now we can proceed.
What are we going to do with her afterwards?
I don't know. But she can wait. Cassie can't. Now listen, brothers and sisters, we're going to have to be very careful. What we're about to do will be frowned on by most of society, but we're used to that, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
First, we'll take her our prisoner, and we'll see if she confesses to the sin of murder. And then we'll decide what kind of punishment she deserves. Remember, she's a witch. She's an agent of the devil. So, he's the messenger. 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 He's the messenger.
Well, until you heard Allison scream, you were in the kitchen arguing with this dude.
Yes, that's it. I was talking to him. I was trying to reason with the man, but he didn't listen to me at all. He just kept telling me to heed the messenger. God, you know, I'm going to tell you something. I don't think there are enough shrinks in Landview to take care of that crowd. You know what I mean?
What was this disciple's name?
I don't know. The guy didn't introduce himself to me. He was big and ugly and blonde.
Still in love with your wife?
Well, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, what's the answer?
Well, let's see. If I say no, that's going to take me off the suspect list, right? But if I say yes, being my family as colorful as it is, I'll be a shoo-in for the #1 suspect, right?
Bingo.
Let me tell you a couple things, Lieutenant. Number one, despite my family background, I wouldn't have let Mitch rape any woman, no matter how I felt about her. And number two, yes, I still care about my ex-wife. I respect her a great deal. And I don't care what this bimbo Allison has been telling you. You can just forget it right now. She's the #1 dummy over at the mission. No wonder she's blaming Cassie for everything.
That's a rather prejudiced evaluation.
Well, what about Adrian, huh? What about this Adrian character? He's pretty tough.
Disappeared.
Well, that's great. Isn't that great? Here we are. You're going to bust Cassie, put her on trial, and you got a prime suspect running around loose.
No motives, Rob. See, nobody's got a motive, not in the disciple group. The only people would have one would be somebody that really hated him.
Well, we got Cassie going both ways now, don't we? I mean, if she loved him, then she killed him in a fit of jealous rage. But if she hated him, well, then that's why she killed him, right?
Or maybe you did. Don't leave town unless you check with me.
I'm not going anywhere. I don't need to. I'm staying around here, and I'm going to help Cassie out.
Mrs. Lord? How you doing? My name's Cord Roberts. I'm a friend of Cassie's.
Oh, Cord Roberts. You know, you're the young man who saved her life at the airport. Thank you very much. I was very grateful.
Yes, ma'am. I was just wondering, how's Cassie doing?
The police are leaning towards charging her, but so far they haven't done it yet. Let's hope they don't.
Yeah, well, maybe the killer's conscience will start to bother him if Cassie's really arrested. He'll come forward. We could always pray for that.
Yes.
Well, I just want to let you know I'm sorry about all this, and if there's anything I can do, you just let me know.
Thank you. You're really very sweet.
Cord.
Oh, Mom.
I'm sorry I'm so late. I was visiting with Victoria Buchanan.
Oh, no kidding. I was with Clint. Hey, he tells me he ran into you earlier today, huh?
Uh-huh.
Hey, he's something else. Nice guy. Do you like him?
Well, how could I not?
Well, that's for sure. I'm surprised it took you guys so long to get together.
Well, Vicky certainly wants all of us to be friends. You know, I'm... What is this problem with your pa's will?
Yeah, I don't know, Ma. I wish I did know. You know, the lawyer said there's no problem when Paul first died. I can't understand what this could be all about.
Pardon me. Would you be Mr. Roberts? Cord Roberts.
Mr. Stone?
Uh-huh. Pleased to meet you. Hi. Hi.
Look, we just can't imagine what this is all about.
No, in fact, you can't. But the two of you can stop frowning because it's great news. Actually. To rush you or treat this too lightly, but I do have a plane to catch. Now, apparently the late Mr. Roberts never informed either one of you that he bought some property adjacent to the ranch many years ago.
Property? What do you mean?
I mean 2,000 acres adjoining the south side of the ranch itself.
My husband? No, that's impossible.
Lucky for you, you're wrong.
Now, wait a minute, sir. I mean, my pa would have told us about 2,000 acres.
He must have picked it up for a song and forgot about it. At any rate, it now belongs to you two. And the only reason I'm in on this, I represent a group of businessmen who are interested in developing that property. They asked me to find the owner, and I discovered the owner had recently died.
Excuse me, could you back up a second? Did you say that this property could be worth some money?
Probably a couple of $1 million.
Mom, do you believe this?
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Stone. I think you've got the wrong family.
Yeah.
I know, it sounds like an old rerun of The Millionaire, but it's not a joke, and it's not a fiction. Now, if each of you will simply sign this form, the property will officially belong to you. You see, Mr. Roberts deeded the land to both of you, in case anything happened to him. And if you're still interested in selling it, I'll negotiate the deal through my clients.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure, we'll sell it. And you might want to tell your clients that we're looking to sell our ranch, too. We could just throw that in for another mill.
Wait, don't be so quick about this. Personally, Mrs. Stone, I'd like to do a little investigating.
Oh, come on. Who in their right mind would give us this land if it weren't ours? Now, give me that.
I'll sign it, Mrs. Stone, but we'll get back to you on whether or not we want to sell.
That's okay with me. Here, I'll just leave you my card.
Don't worry, sir. We're going to get back to you real soon.
I don't know. This just doesn't make sense.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Roberts and Ms. Roberts, and here's your copy. Hang on to it.
Oh, and thank you so much for coming out here and taking care of all this.
Bye.
Good night.
Ma, how can you be so upset over a windfall like this?
Now, Cordero, before you start running out and spending all of this money, I'm going to El Paso tomorrow and make sure this is legitimate. Now, you know that your father never kept anything from us, personal or business.
Ma, I know what this is all about. Now, you remember right before Pa died, there was something he wanted to tell me, something that he wanted me to know? Well, this is it. All this time I've been thinking that it was something bad. But he wanted to tell me that he had these 2,000 acres that he didn't want to tell me about.
Cordero, do you really think that's possible?
Ma, I know that this is it.
What can I get you, babe?
Oh, maybe a tea or something. My head hurts and my body aches. Whatever Mitch gave me sure has side effects when it wears off.
He slapped you around pretty good, too. God, if somebody hadn't killed him already, I think I would have done it tonight.
You know what's so strange, though? I just can't remember anything that happened. I mean, I go over and over it in my mind, and I'm blank after he hit me with his fist.
Just calm down. It's all right. Just a little fuzz. Just get a little bit of rest, and things will be much more clear. I'm going to stay here tonight, all right? Make you feel safer.
Safe from what? I mean, are the police going to come and haul me off to jail?
You mean you wouldn't feel safer if I stayed?
No, I would. I could use a hug.
My pleasure.
I'm going to call my parents and tell them I got home safely and that you're staying over.
All right. I'm going to go get some tea, okay?
Thanks.
Sorry.
Oh, Herb.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. Really, I am.
Of course, you were panicked and only thinking about Cassie, not ahead to this terrible moment.
I'm so glad that you came back down. I was feeling very abandoned and as if I was the most horrible mother in the whole world.
You're a wonderful woman, Mother.
Let's not get carried away, shall we?
Yeah, pretty good, Mother. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Callison. Your daughter's on the phone. You can take it at the bar.
Oh, thank you. Hi, baby.
Hi, Dad. Listen, I'm home and everything's okay. Rob is staying overnight. Oh. So you don't have to worry.
Oh, well, are you sure there's enough company?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so exhausted. I'll probably just go to bed real soon.
Yeah, well, okay. I mean, you know, if Rob's there, we won't worry. Here, speak to your mother.
Okay, bye.
Hi, sweetie pie. You mean those awful policemen that you leave?
For the night, anyway. But after you left, they were interviewing Rob and Brad.
Oh, thank God they haven't made up their mind that it was you. So, there's still hope.
Unless, of course, I did it, really.
You did not do it, Cassie. Would you stop saying that?
Okay, Mom. Calm down.
I'm sorry. Listen, honey, call me when you wake up in the morning, all right?
Okay, I will. Thanks for everything.
Oh, even though I may have botched everything up.
No, listen, if it wasn't for you, I might be in jail already. Okay, good night.
Good night, sweetheart. And, kisses from your father, and I love you very, very much. Bye-bye.
I love you both.
Guess we can relax. The evening, anyway.
Let's have a nightcap. And I want you to go home and go to bed.
what's going on at the mission. All those zombies running around with no guidance.
I really feel sorry for them. I mean, they must be really devastated. They really believe in him. All right, get back and stay out of sight until I call you back.
I wonder if Cassie has finally learned that you can't keep jumping in and doing crazy things just because she wants to help people she loves.
I know she didn't get it from my genes or from David's. There isn't a self-sacrificing bone in either of our bodies.
I'm not so sure about that, darling. Just wish my secretary had shown me Cassie's notes.
Oh, please, Herb, you've done everything that you can.
I'm sorry to bother you again, but you have another phone call. This one's from Lieutenant Moore.
Oh, thank you. Yes, Bill.
Yeah, Herb, I'm sorry. I just got off the phone with the chief. After reviewing the evidence with him, he wants to know why your daughter hasn't been placed under arrest. I'm under a lot of pressure here, Herb.
Look, could you wait until the morning before you pick her up? I just talked to her, and she's exhausted. She's going to bed, and she's not trying to flee the country, okay?
All right, Herb, I'll send a squad car by in the morning.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks for that. She's going to wait till the morning. I'm afraid there's not much more we can do.
There is. There's something that I can do.
Or what? What?
Sorry, I've got to go home. I've got some thinking to do.
Dorian.
That family sure has a pack of troubles all of a sudden, don't they?
Yes, they do. Well, it's getting late. Now, am I right in assuming that you're going to go and knock on Tina Lloyd's door and tell her that you are suddenly a rich man?
No, I think I will wait for tomorrow morning to do that.
Oh.
She said she was pretty tired, so I'll leave her alone for tonight. Mom, she's going to be so shocked.
Not to mention deliriously happy.
I know what that is all about. Now listen to me. She chose me over Richard before any of this happened. Which proves that she loves me, right? Now this is just going to be a little icing on the cake is all. Layers and layers of double rich, thick chocolate icing. But it's going to be icing just the same. Now, I don't want you to get to El Paso and find out that this isn't all for real, right?
Oh, and if it's not, it's going to be my fault?
Yes, that's right. You have a safe trip, and call me when you get back.
I'll be fine. Not any much.
I'm a millionaire now, Ma. That's Mr. Honey Bunch to you. Bye-bye.
Yes, operator, this is Maria Roberts, room 329. I'd like to call El Paso, Texas, please. The number is 555-8990. Hello, Tom Dennison, please.
Speaking.
Oh, Tom, this is Maria Roberts.
Maria, how are you? Where are you?
Well, I'm in Landview, Pennsylvania, but I'm coming to El Paso tomorrow on business.
Something I can help you with?
No, but I would like to stop by your office. I have something interesting I'd like to tell you about.
Fine with me. It'll be wonderful to see you. You sound much better than you did the day of the funeral. How are you managing without Al?
I'm a little lonely, and I miss him constantly. But life here is never boring. But I'll tell you all about it tomorrow.
Make it around noon, and I'll even buy you lunch.
Well, that sounds good. Bye, Tom.
Night, hon.
Oh, I can't finish this. I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, you look like it. Can I tuck you in?
I think I can manage. You are a wonderful ex-husband.
I'm working on the roll. You think it's press?
Oh, if it is, can you get rid of them?
Watch me. Who is it?
It's Susan from the mission. I was looking for Cassie. You can let her in.
You sure?
Yeah, I mean, she might need a place to stay. Maybe she needs some help.
All right.
Hi, Susan. I was just wondering how all of you were. I'll bet. Let's go! All right.
Come
on!
Hey, wait a minute.
Grab it!
What the hell's this not prayer meeting?
Well, you better start saying your prayers, Cassie Callison. You murdered Mitch in cold blood, and we're here to make sure you pay for it.
No, wait a minute. Come on, get off of me, all right?
He tried to rape me. He almost tried to kill me. Lies! Lies! Putting you on trial, Cassie. A trial by your peers, by the friends that you betrayed and scorned. Get
Get off from me.
Please, don't let Mitch rule you from his grave. It was a death that you caused.
Wait a minute.
All right, gag them, both of them. Mine, saith the Lord. He's the messenger. He's the messenger. He's the messenger. He's the messenger. Take him away. He's the messenger. 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 He's the messenger.
Peters, today at 4.
Oh, morning, sweetheart.
Morning, darling.
Crawl over here and let me feed you some coffee.
Oh, poor Joey. He's so cranky. Of course, who can blame him? He got even less sleep than we did. Thank you.
Last night kind of settles it then, doesn't it?
I'm afraid so, Angel. That medication is just not helping him to breathe, and we cannot let him spend another night like last night.
I just wish we could both take him. And Kevin.
What are we going to do about Kevin? Do we let him make up his own mind or what?
But frankly, I'd like to keep him with me. You don't need Kim to go along with you, do you?
No. I mean, you've got your staff at the ranch there to help. If it's all right with Kevin, it's fine by me.
Well, hopefully it'll only be a few weeks, maybe 3 at the most, and the pollen season will be over. And then you'll just come rolling back to me, even bigger than you are now. How's little Junior doing?
Oh, she's just fine, thank you.
She?
She gave me a ferocious kick a little while ago. I don't think she wants to leave Landview either.
Well, you know what?
What?
With Richards here, there is no reason why I can't fly out on weekends.
I know. It's very inconvenient for us, but, darling, it's the best thing we can do for little Joey, you know.
Yeah. Buchanan. Oh, yeah, Briggs. I see. Yeah, okay, thanks, Briggs. Oh, wait a minute. Both Vicki and I will be here at the house today. Yeah, it looks like she's going to have to take Joey to the ranch. Yeah. Right, talk to you later. Bye. Well, the word is, today, Cassie Callison is going to be arrested.
Your late husband looks so much like a friend of mine in El Paso.
Really? Well, I hope he's a wonderful man, because Joe certainly was.
I want Higgins on this one. We need experience on a series of this depth. Besides, he's known the commissioner for years. Right. Thank you.
Maria. Cassie, I think the kids are definitely a little out of their minds here. I don't understand all this. I've been trying to get out of these damn ropes for hours, and I can't budge them in here.
Listen, Rob, what do you think they're going to do to us?
I don't know. I just hope somebody comes along here soon.
I hope they came to their senses overnight.
Senses? What senses? They don't have any senses. People can't even think. The Mitch Lawrence guy...
Good morning, my love.
God, put me down.
Why, what's the matter? Too early in the morning for a ride in the merry-go-round?
No, you just, you surprised me. You lose my breath here, but then you always do.
Good morning.
Well, would you, like some coffee?
Yeah, I'd love some. See, and you said you weren't domestic.
Yeah.
I could use a coffee, though, because I didn't get much sleep last night. All these things running around in my head.
Oh, you mean something besides me?
Oh, no. You were in there all right. In fact, you took up all the space. And I was just kind of wondering what it would be like if we had bundles and bundles of money. You know, how would we live? What would we do?
Well, we'd, you know, live like rich people do, I guess.
Oh.
However, I have come to accept the fact that we don't have bundles of money. So, let's not dwell on it, okay?
Hey, you never know what can happen. I mean, people win the lottery all the time. Never expected.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Cord, having you in my arms
Ooh, my.
is all I ever need. I don't care about any of that other stuff anymore.
Sure you do. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't have fought me off for so long, right? But it's all right, Tina, because I intend to give you everything that you've ever wanted.
Yeah, I seem to recall somebody writing that your chances of winning the lottery are about the same as getting struck by lightning.
Yeah, and your chances of inheriting a lot of money is about the same, too.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, Tina, I can't keep this secret from you any longer. I gotta tell you. Last night, my ma and I had a very interesting conversation with a lawyer from El Paso. It's the most bizarre thing you've ever heard, Tina. It seems that years and years and years ago, my pa bought about 2,000 acres of land right next to our ranch.
Well, you never knew anything about it?
No, nothing at all. But wait, it gets even stranger. Apparently, this lawyer told us that he's got some buyers lined up who want to develop this land. Honey, we are talking about a couple of $1 million here.
Couple of million
That's what I
dollars?
said,
That's
yes.
incredible. And this is the first you ever heard of it?
Yeah. My ma and I, we were so shocked. It was like that lightning you were talking about. We just sat there and giggled at first because we didn't know what was happening. And then my ma got a little suspicious. I mean, she couldn't believe it, right? So the first thing she did this morning was hop a plane back to El Paso. Try to figure this out, see if it was all for real. We just couldn't understand how my pa could forget about so much land. It just didn't make any sense.
Well, yeah,
Look,
but naturally...
I remembered how my pa wanted to tell me something right before he died. Remember when he was in the hospital? Well, this is what he wanted to tell me. He remembered fine enough that we had that land. He just didn't get a chance to tell me about it. I'm sure that letter that he wrote me was all about this, too.
Cord, I think this is wonderful. I'm so happy for you.
Oh, no, no, don't be happy for me. Be happy for us. Because now I can give you everything that Richard could. And speaking of Richard, how did he take the news?
Oh, Cord, it was awful. I mean, it was terrible. I obviously destroyed the man. And he just went into such a rage.
Yeah, well, I can understand why.
Yeah. But, you know, I have to take part of that blame for everything. I mean, but I never meant to fall in love with you the way I did. It just kind of happened, and Richard just doesn't understand that. In fact, he hates me, and he pities you.
Pities me. Oh, yeah. No, I could understand how he would, because it's such a tough road to hoe, being your man.
Yeah.
Tina, we have got it all. You know that? Love, money, all of it. Can you believe this? What a country.
Hey. Yeah.
Lieutenant, you got a minute?
Sure thing, Rafe.
I'd like you to put me back in the Mitch Lawrence murder case.
No way.
Now, wait a minute. I just want to point out, and Captain Hall would back me up on this. I've worked on other cases that concern people that I knew. I've never let that interfere with my objectivity.
Objective with Cassie Callison? You could have fooled me.
I just thought you were jumping to conclusions.
Well, she's being arrested this morning and booked for murder. Now, that's what the chief wants. And we both feel we got enough evidence.
Well, circumstantial, based on the testimony
of the warden's daughter.
What weight can her testimony hold now, huh? She was an assistant of Mitch Lawrence.
Hey, look, it's going to be up to Cassie's attorneys to determine whether or not Allison Perkins is a prejudiced witness. Not us. Hey, there's another example of your objectivity, huh, Garrettson? You know, you're lucky I didn't have you bounced off this case. You could be in a squad car going over to pick her up right now. My mother's on her way over here to talk to me. I hope she doesn't try to use her power and her money to influence me.
Yeah, well, you may wind up with an hysterical mother on your hands.
No problem. Oh, by the way, Herb Callison is taking a leave of absence to handle his daughter's defense.
I'm not surprised. Herb, Dorian.
They told us to come on in.
Please. Mrs. Lord?
Gentlemen.
Herb, I just found out about Cassie being charged and your leave of absence.
Any word on who's being appointed special prosecutor?
Judith Sanders.
I know that name.
Yeah, she's married to Charles Sanders, ambassador to Salazar.
Yeah, she also has a reputation of being a tough criminal lawyer.
Well, she'll be a formidable opponent, but she also has a reputation for being fair. So, you brought Cassie in yet?
No, I got a couple of uniforms on their way to her apartment now. Mrs. Lord, you wanted this meeting?
Yes, I did. I asked Herb to come with me, but he doesn't know why. Nobody does.
Huh?
This is long overdue. I'm here to confess to the murder of Mitch Lawrence.
Well, Cassie, has spending the night here made you repent for your sins? How many times do I have to tell you, Susan? I did not kill Mitch Lawrence.
You guys are making a big mistake.
I'm very sorry that you continue to deny your responsibility for our leader's death, Cassie. Because now there can be no forgiveness for you. Not here on this earth, and not in your afterlife in hell.
Amen, sister.
We have spent a very long night debating your crime and your punishment. We prayed to God, and we asked Mitch for his guidance.
Yes, Mitch, the man's dead. What'd you do, call the morgue?
We heard him, didn't we? We heard him tell us very clearly what we should do. And he said that your punishment must be equal to your crime.
Justice.
What are you talking about? Killing us?
He's a messenger.
An eye for an eye, and a tooth.
Guilty.
He's the messenger.
In minutes. Mildew in the bath? Exit out fast with X14 Instant Mildew Remover.
Maria, you look wonderful.
Thanks. I feel much better. Except at night, that seems to be when the pain creeps in.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Maria. I know how you must feel. No, you and Al must have had a wonderful marriage.
Yes.
Well, sit down. Would you like some coffee?
Thanks. Oh, black would be fine. Tom, did Al ever mention to you that he bought 2,000 acres adjoining our ranch?
No, never mentioned anything about that.
Ah. Well, supposedly he didn't ever told me. Now, this lawyer said that Cordero and I could be quite rich if we wanted to sell it.
Oh, that's what brings you back to town, huh?
Yeah, I went to City Hall this morning to check it out. It seems legitimate enough, but I don't know.
Would you like me to check on it? Mind you, I don't quite see what your problem is.
No. Anyway, that isn't why I came to see you.
Oh?
Tom, Cordero has been working for the Buchanans at the Landry Banner.
So I've heard.
And Victoria Buchanan was married to a man by the name of Joe Riley. Does that mean anything to you?
Not offhand, no.
Well, while I was at their home last night, I saw this picture of him, and, well, it's just amazing. He looks exactly like you.
Really? That's interesting.
Oh, no, it's more than interesting. I mean, he looks so much like you. I just had to come over here and tell you. Now, they do say that everybody in the world has a twin. Well, if that's true, Joe Riley is yours.
Well, he could be. I mean, he could literally be my brother.
What do you mean?
Well, before my mother died recently, she confessed that I had a twin brother that she couldn't adopt when she adopted me. I mean, they felt terrible about separating us, but they just couldn't afford to adopt the both of us.
Wait a minute. Are you saying it's possible that you literally could have a twin brother?
Yes. Now, I've toyed with the idea of trying to find my my real parents so I could get a lead on where my brother is. But if this Joe Riley looks as much like me as you say he does, then he could be my brother.
Oh, Tom, I'm sorry. He's not alive. Mrs. Buchanan was widowed about 7 years ago.
Maybe we better move this into your bedroom.
Yeah. Well, you know, I would love that. But, no, Pamela Buchanan called, and I think she's on her way over here.
Oh. That's okay. I needed to get over to the Banner myself anyway. It's no big deal.
Yeah, but you must be dreading having to talk to Richard.
Yeah. But I'm going to have to do that eventually. He's just going to have to learn how to deal with me now. It's his problem, not mine anymore.
Yeah, but, you know, we'll be pretty uncomfortable and everything. I'm sure he's going to tell you what an awful person I am and all.
Tina, I really think that Richard is just going to keep his mouth shut and hate me in silence. Anyway, enough about that. What do you say that you and I go out and do a little celebrating tonight? And when my ma gets back from El Paso, we'll take her too. 3 of us just go stepping out.
What, your ma's in El Paso?
Yeah, she's investigating this real estate thing. You know her.
Well, why doesn't she just accept it as the obvious gift from heaven that it is?
Because my mama is the eternal realist, that's why. So what do you think? Celebration sound like fun tonight?
I guess. I do think it's about time that your mother and I became friends.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. What time did you say Pamela's coming over here? Oh.
Right now.
Great.
I'll be right there.
Hey.
I love you too. Morning, Pam. Come on in.
Mrs. Buchanan, how you doing?
Hello, Cadero.
I was just on my way out. Tina has got some wonderful news for you.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye, darling. Well, don't you look awful.
Oh, well, I'm very happy to hear it, because otherwise it would be false advertising.
Well, what's wrong?
Oh, you mean other than the fact that you broke Richard's heart, you're blackmailing my husband and participating in one of the world's greatest lies?
Dorian, what are you doing?
Mrs. Lloyd, you killed Mitch Lawrence?
You cannot charge my daughter with a crime she didn't commit. I killed Mitch Lawrence, and I'm not sorry for it either.
Why didn't you confess immediately?
Because I didn't think anybody should have to pay for eliminating that monster from our midst. A monster who's been manipulating the minds, the hearts, the bodies of the young people of this town. So call off your men arresting my daughter, and arrest me instead. I'm ready to make a confession. I even have my lawyer here with me.
Dorian, why didn't you bring this up last night?
Because I had to think about it, Herb. I had to be certain that I had the courage to stand trial, to accept whatever consequences there might be.
Or maybe you're just being noble for Cassie.
Oh, please, Rafe. Noble is not in my nature. I didn't think murder was either. When I opened that door and I saw that monster ready to rape my daughter.
You want to start at the beginning, Miss Lord? Now, everybody we have questioned has told us it was impossible to get up those stairs. How did you manage to do it?
I noticed that the stairway had been left unguarded. I assumed that Rob had already gone upstairs, so I went upstairs too. I followed the sounds of a fight. I thought I could hear Cassie. I opened the door, and sure enough, there was Cassie, lying on the ground with that maniac standing over her. I became furious. I grabbed the first thing that I could find, and I hit him on the back of the head. I only hit him once, but it was with every ounce of strength in my body. He fell to the floor, and I knew that he was dead.
Now, you realize, of course, Mrs. Lord, that this is in direct contradiction to what Cassie said. She says she saw you walk into the room.
Oh, but that's true. You see, I ran out into the corridor to check to see if anybody had seen or heard anything. When I came back into the room, I saw that Cassie had regained consciousness. She was a wreck. Physically, emotionally, she was sure that she had murdered Mitch, so I assured her that she had not.
Why did you sneak her out then and get her home? This isn't making any sense, Dorian.
Because I wanted to make sure that Cassie wasn't involved in any way. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't involved. That is why I wiped the fingerprints off of the murder weapon. I wanted to eradicate her fingerprints and mine. I wanted to save her the torture of anybody finding out what had happened in that room. I also wanted to save myself from being arrested. Obviously, that was all a big waste of time because you decided that Cassie had done it. And that's why I can no longer remain silent. Oh, my God. My God. You don't believe me, do you? Please, you've got to believe me. My daughter did not murder Mitch Lawrence. I did.
All right, look, listen to me for a minute, all right? You're all going to go to jail. You're going to go to jail if you kill us. Nobody's going to please you. It's your right, except for yourselves. Nobody.
Look, there is something to what I'm saying.
No.
Do we want to be killers too? Mary Lynn, it has already been decided. We all had our say, and we took a vote. Change your minds. Look, surely must all of you have doubts aside from Mary Lynn. You must know the Kathy Callison. You have been sentenced to die. Amen.
Oh, Clint, that's terrible. I mean, surely this is just a simple case of self-defense.
Well, it may be, sweetheart, except both Dorian and Cassie complicated things when they left the scene of the crime.
This is the worst possible time for me to be leaving town. Dorian's going to need our support. And Rafe and Delilah, I mean, they're getting married.
Yeah, but you know, the good news is that, well, you may be spared an invitation to Tina and Cord's wedding.
Is that a fact?
Mm-hmm. Sounds like the way he was talking last night.
Poor Richard. There's another soul who needs a little loving support.
Well, honey, this is something Richard is going to have to burn out of his system all by himself. Nobody can do it for him.
I'm a little bit worried about Richard and Cord working together now, though. Because every time Richard looks at Cord, he's going to see Tina. Bang, smack, right in the front of his brain.
Well, if it gets too sticky, I'll have Cord report directly to me.
Okay.
What do you think? Should we get the little outlaw down here and tell him with any luck at all he will be breathing freely at the ranch tonight?
Yeah. And I should tell Heron and the staff to get to packing. I'll go do that. If you'll call and make some plane reservations, would you?
Much as I hate to, yeah.
You say this Joe Riley died 7 years ago. Now, that's a shame, a damn shame. Now, if he was my brother, I could... Did you mention me to Mrs. Buchanan?
Well, I told her that I knew somebody who looked like him. I didn't want to tell her exactly how much. I figured it would be up to you if you wanted to pursue it.
When are you going back?
Well, later this afternoon.
Would you like some company on the trip?
Really, Tom? You mean you could just leave today?
Well, I have some vacation time. The personnel department keeps reminding me about it. Besides, my daughter's at school in Philadelphia, and I haven't talked to her for quite a while. In fact, the last couple of calls, she sounded rather non-communicative. I'd like to check on her.
Well, yes, you should. You and I seem to be in the same position. We both have an only child.
Oh, well, how is Cord handling the death of his father?
Well, he doesn't seem to be dwelling on it. But the woman of his dreams has agreed to marry him.
Oh, really? Is that right?
Oh, don't laugh about it. Believe me, this is nothing to laugh about, but I'll save that story for our plane trip.
Fine. Well, she really must be something if you don't approve of her. You usually get along with most people.
I'm starting to suspect that she's even more devious than I originally thought.
So tell me what this great news is you have for me. No, let me guess. Let's see. Cord and his mother have come into wealth.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, he was telling me something about some property.
Yeah, that Asa finagled for him, and you demanded also you could live in the lap of luxury with a man you love.
You can cut the sarcasm, Pam. You know how much I've loved Cord, and you and Asa tried to keep me from him.
Now, I'll tell you something. I happen to hate the fact that I participated in Asa's shenanigans. But at least I did it because I love him, because I was worried about him and losing his son. But you, Tina, now, you claim to love Cord, and yet you were going to keep this secret from him, aren't you? And not because you want to keep the family from being ripped apart. Oh, no. This is so you can blackmail my husband for money.
Cord deserves every cent of that. And if I didn't stand up for him, Asa would just ignore him.
What about a moral issue, Tina? I mean, don't you think Cord has the right to know that Clint's his father?
Cord happens to have loved his father, Al, very much. And it's not like he's 10 years old and needs a daddy. Besides, he has me. And I am all he is ever going to need.
I don't know why everybody in this whole town is so good at rationalization except me. I feel like I'm falling apart in the weight of this manipulation, this lie. But you and Asa, I mean, you just thrive on it, don't you?
You know, Pam, you seem to be forgetting one major person in this whole thing. What about Cord's mother, huh? How come she didn't tell him?
Well, maybe she just will, Tina. And then what are you going to do? When Cord finds out the only reason you married him was because he was a Buchanan, and then you made him a very wealthy Buchanan.
You want me to lose him, don't you? Even though you know how much I love him and how happy I will make him.
You're basing this entire marriage on a lie.
No, I am not. Let's get something straight right here, okay? Asa started this lie, not me. And Asa kept it alive for years, and now you're helping him keep it alive. You know, all those times, Pam, when I came to you for advice, you know, you could have swayed me. You could have said, no, Tina, go with your heart. Leave Richard. But no, you didn't do that. You pushed Richard on me. And you want to know why? Well, I know. And you have the nerve to accuse me of being devious and of basing my marriage on a lie when that's exactly... You know, you want to know something? I was really going to have you be my matron of honor. I was. But, you know, with your current attitude, you can just forget it.
Well, I wouldn't be your matron of honor. I wouldn't stand up for you. You're nothing but a cheap little blackmailer, and Asa was right. I don't care how deceptive he's been. And I was wrong. I thought you had some decent qualities, Tina.
Why don't you dare use that attitude with me? Oh, and you know, I forgot this one small detail. I also tried to warn you about Mitch, didn't I? But you kept insisting that there was something good in his puny little soul.
Well, that's what you were right about. Ever since I came from Malacava, my judgments about people have been just a little bit faulty, haven't they? Sometimes I really begin to wonder if I even belong in a world that you and Asa have created.
Someone must be out there. Please, let me out of this room. They're gonna kill Cassie and her friend. We have to stop them. Call the police. Let me out. Help. Help.
It's all on the next day in Philadelphia, so join us at 10 a.m.
Children's Crusade, Jazz, and Chinatown's Voice, Saturday.
I was trying to save you all from being Mitch's victims. All he wanted was money and power. How dare you? I'm telling you the truth. He drugged me. He took me rich. Trust fund into a Swiss account. He was liar. You all and live off my money.
No,
lies.
What are we waiting
We
for?
won't wait. They're not all lies. Maybe we should listen to her. Shut up.
Listen to Marilyn. Listen to anybody but Susan and Mitch. You're punching. They'll tell you that you're wrong. Look, I understand you joined Mitch because you wanted to help people, but he doesn't help anybody. He kills
You
people.
can help. You can talk to Dr. Waller now. No, I've had enough. I've had enough. The killing Cassie is very drastic. I'm not sure anymore. What if we're wrong? How can we live with that if we're wrong? All right. Anyone who can't live with it can leave. Get out. Leave Waterside right now. Leave the rest of us to do our mission. Cassie Callison, you are a witch. And you will be dealt with as witches have been dealt with throughout history. It is time to gather the wood. Gather the wood.
Look, I wouldn't lie about something like this. My daughter did not kill Mitch Lawrence. I did.
Mrs. Callison, yesterday all your actions were intended to hide and protect your daughter. Last night we announced we're going to arrest her. Today, you're the killer.
Of course. I mean, I never thought that you would decide that Cassie did it.
Dorian.
Herb, please. You know me. Tell them
Dorian,
that this is
it
true.
doesn't make any sense to me either.
I can't believe this. Damn it! I took that candlestick and I whacked that lunatic across the head and I killed him. Now, please, you've got to arrest me and leave my daughter alone.
Can I have a private word with her?
You got it, Herb.
Thank you.
Herb, please, I swear to you, I know I have lied in the past, but I swear on everything that is sacred to me, I'm telling the truth now. I killed Mitch Lawrence.
No, you didn't. You decided to take the blame last night after you heard that Cassie was being arrested. You made up your mind before you left the Vernon Inn. You said you had to go home and think because maybe you could help Cassie.
I did have to think.
Yes.
And then it became perfectly clear to me that there was no way out of this for Cassie except for me to tell the truth. Please, Herb, I'm telling the truth now. You've got to believe
Honey,
me.
just yesterday, you told me you were not the self-sacrificing type.
I'm not. Right. Well, surely I would have told the truth to the police last night. I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to sacrifice anything.
Then why the grandstanding play here? You commit a murder, you can't confide in me before this meeting?
I didn't want to have to tell the sordid tale twice.
Yes, or maybe you were still figuring out the details and didn't have time to waste.
Herb, I killed that man because he was trying to rape my daughter, and you would have done the same thing in my place.
Yeah, probably. Only I don't believe you got there in time to do it.
Let me out! Please, it may be too late. They're committing a murder!
Allison, will you just shut up in there?
Who is it? Who's out there? Bob, listen to me. Susan and the others, they were going to kidnap Cassie, and they're going to punish her. I think they're going to kill her.
We don't know anything about that, Allison. You know, we're trying to keep the mission, and you're not even helping us.
Well, just let me out. I'll take care of Susan.
You're too freaked. When you calm down, we'll talk about this.
I am not freaked. Please, listen to me. This is real, I swear. Ugh. Doesn't anybody have any brains left around here besides me? You are going to regret this.
Real meat protein at a really good price.
Ray? Ray! Nobody kills more bugs dead than Ray. And nobody does it deader. When it says Raid, it kills bugs dead.
Honey, you know how Dr. Braverman has explained to you that you have trouble breathing because of the funny stuff in the air?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Daddy and I have decided that the best way to possibly fix that is to get you away from this air.
You see, the season will last a few more weeks around here. But if you go out to the ranch in Arizona, well, they don't have all that funny stuff in the air.
How come?
Different climate, different vegetation.
So, you and I are going to get on an airplane today. We're going to fly out to the ranch. And as soon as we get there, you're going to feel a lot better, honey.
What about Kevin?
Kevin's going to stay here with me. You don't want me to get all lonesome, do you?
No.
Well,
You and I, we're going to have a very, very good time, and we'll be back before you know it, all righty? Now, I won't be able to go riding with you, but you can ride and I can watch.
I'm going to call the foreman and have him catch up your favorite cow pony and get him all ready for a big workout.
Kevin's gonna be mad if he doesn't get to go.
Kevin's going to have midnight to ride right here. He's going to be just fine.
Would you do me a favor, please, sweetie pie? Go upstairs and tell Kim which toys you want to take. And please, try and keep it to one suitcase. Hmm?
Okay.
Up you go. Tell her we're going to the ranch. Oh, isn't it nice how flexible our children are? Of course, they never really had much choice, did they?
Well, you know, sweetheart, I think this is going to be a good thing for Joey. You and he spending some time alone together. Probably cut down on the jealousy when the new baby arrives.
Maybe it'll be the other way around.
Vicky? Clint, I'm sorry.
Dorian!
Forgive me for interrupting, but I need the help of two sane and rational people.
You both know me well enough to know that when it comes to defending my daughter, I am quite capable of murder.
Sorry I took so long, Maria.
Oh, no problem. I was just looking at your trophies. I didn't realize you were such a baseball enthusiast.
Well, I played for the minor leagues for a few years, but I was no good. So I quit and took up my second love, journalism.
Tom,
Mm-hmm.
did I tell you that Joe is the editor for the Landview Banner?
I wonder if he likes baseball. You know, I've read studies about twins that have grew up separated. It would astound you. I mean, where they had identical interests, such as work, hobbies, right down to the soda pop they drink.
Oh, this is pretty intriguing, isn't it?
Yeah, if it's true. But... Well, I had a word with my publisher. I'm free to leave this afternoon and go to Landview with you.
Terrific. Oh, by the way, if Joe Riley is your twin brother, you've got a couple of cute nephews.
Here, look, I can't count on anything until I get some facts. Huh? So if it turns out to be nothing, well, at least I've had a vacation and a chance to check on my daughter, Marilyn.
Look, if you're going to do this to me, then at least spare Rob. He had nothing to do with the mission, please.
Neither one of us had anything to do with it. She was helping her friend. She did not kill Mitch.
Too much, Cassie. Both of you will have to be sacrificed. I think that's enough wood now, brothers and sisters. What we need is a torch. Sister Mary Lynn, will you get it?
Go to it, sister. Do it.
Well, will you?
Of course. Mitch will be so proud of us for this.
These are...
I trust I'll have the pleasure of seeing you more often.
I can practically guarantee it.
General Hospital, weekdays.
I've written it all down. I was up all night doing it. Here.
Wait a minute, Dorian. You've been talking nonstop for a few minutes. I have some questions. I think Clint probably does, too.
Yes, but before you ask me any questions, you have got to promise me that you will publish my confession on the front page of the Banner. Somebody with authority has got to start taking me seriously.
Dorian, what I don't understand, and what confuses me, is why aren't the police taking you seriously?
Because I did some very stupid things, one of which was not saying anything until this morning. I didn't even tell Herb. So the police are thinking that this is all just a grandstand play instead of the truth.
Well, I've got to tell you, that's my gut reaction to your confession as well.
Vicky, please, I am not nice enough for self-sacrifice, all right? You know that. I would not make this kind of gesture.
Except for your daughter.
Love her? Yes. Give up my life for her? No. I killed that madman. I grabbed the first thing that I could find, and I hit him on the head as hard as I possibly could. I felt his skull give way. I felt triumph. I felt relief. I felt elation. I was David. I did kill him.
And why does Cassie say that she saw you enter?
Because I've tried to explain that. I did go out into the corridor to see if anybody had seen or heard anything. But when I got back in the room, my focus was only on Cassie. I was hysterical. I was panicked. But somehow or another, my mind must have unconsciously been clicking away, trying to figure out how I was going to get us both out of that hotel. My God, I wasn't going to have either one of us involved.
Why weren't your fingerprints on the candlestick?
Because I wiped them off. What, am I stupid? Except it did turn out to be rather stupid because it's those fingerprints that would have proven that what I'm saying is the truth now. Instead.
Dorian, I would be stupid if I published this, if I printed this confession when the police have dismissed you as a suspect.
But I am telling you, Cassie didn't do it. I did.
Look, I believe Cassie. If she says she didn't do it, then she didn't. But before you go throwing yourself on the mercy of the court, why don't you wait a while? See if the real killer comes forward.
Vicky, the real killer has come forward. It's me.
I know that I twisted the truth. I have lied, all right? I have lied, but I would not lie about something as important as this.
You already have, haven't you? You have switched your story all around.
And that's because they've arrested Cassie, right?
You aren't going to let an innocent young girl be prosecuted while I go scot-free, are
Dorian,
you?
we can't do anything one way or the other. Printing this confession is not going to make the police change your minds.
I see. I guess I have cried wolf once too often. I'm telling the truth this time. Vicky, really, I am.
Could she be telling the truth, eh? I mean, she is a mother. If she did walk in and see Mitch Lawrence about to rape Cassie.
Sure, I mean, it's possible. But her actions don't add up, honey. Why didn't she call the police? Why did she take Cassie and go scurrying off into the night? That makes Cassie look more guilty than anything. No, honey, I really think that she is just acting as hysterically as she was yesterday.
Bill?
Come on in, Herb.
You know when Judah Sanders is taking this case officially?
Yeah, she's supposed to get in sometime this afternoon.
Yeah, I'd like to get to her before my ex-wife does. See, Dorian is going to make Cassie look even guiltier before this is over.
She's doing a good job so far. She's even got me wondering if she got there in time to see Cassie kill Mitch.
Cassie didn't do it. Damn it, Bill! Now, I insist that you question each and every one of those disciples in that loony bin and that you track down Adrian LaRue.
Well, we're working on it, Herb. We're working on it. But I gotta tell you, I think all those disciples are gonna do is point their finger at your daughter and make it worse for her.
Well, I'm very willing to take that chance. Now, when are your men bringing in Cassie?
I was gonna ask you, when had you had seen her?
She's in her apartment.
Squad car called in 10 minutes ago. No Cassie. Now, is there any chance that her mother could have told her to leave the country?
What? No, none at all.
I'm not so sure, Herb. You know, the only reason I didn't have her picked up last night was as a favor to you. I hope to hell I'm not going to regret it.
Cassie, this is your last chance to pray for forgiveness. Please, God, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing.
We're asking you for the last time. Let the courts decide who killed Mitch Lawrence.
No, they would never convict Cassie. Her family is too powerful. We have to protect our family. We didn't know we had to protect him too. We failed, but we will not fail.
Somebody!
No one can hear you, Cassie. No one can. Judgment Day is at hand. Help us!
Somebody!
Glory be to Mitch Lawrence.
Glory be to Mitch.
This burning at the stake is done to atone for his death and in his memory. Praise to Mitch on high.
They're not going to Arizona for fun.
Your mother wouldn't even be gone if the doctor hadn't suggested it.
You know how Joey always keeps you awake at night when he has his asthma attacks?
He keeps everyone awake.
Well, darling, the doctor thinks that Joey's asthma will be much better in Arizona because the air is different. That's why I have to take him there.
Wish I had asthma.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
wait a minute. It's not exactly as if you were being abandoned.
When he has his asthma attacks?
He keeps everyone awake.
Well, darling, the doctor thinks that Joey's asthma will be much better in Arizona because the air is different. That's why I have to take him there.
Wish I had asthma.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
wait a minute. It's not exactly as if you were being abandoned. I'm staying here in Landview with you. Huh? You and I are going to have some good times together. Just the two of us.
Does that mean we can go horseback riding every single day?
You got it.
I beg your pardon. Miss Tina is here to see you, and she's with Mr. Roberts.
Oh, thanks, Aaron. Send them in.
Very good, sir.
Well, what does that mean?
With Tina, I don't even guess.
I hope we're not interrupting anything. We both have something very important to discuss with you, so I hope you're going to be willing to listen.
You know, these telephones they have on airplanes today are absolutely amazing.
Oh.
You can hear as clearly as if you're talking to the person behind you.
You got through to Marilyn, huh?
Well, the next best thing, I got her answering machine again.
You think your daughter's out of town?
I wish I knew. Would you believe I have read this front page 15 times and I couldn't tell you what's on it? I'm as nervous as an expectant father.
Tell me, you that worried about her?
Oh, no, not at all. She's very level-headed. I'm just very nervous about meeting Victoria Buchanan. Maria, I want you to do something for me. Tell me everything you know about her, please, before we land.
Sit down over there.
Yes. I was so relieved to hear that you had been assigned to help her with this case.
Well, I tell you, I couldn't ask for a better defendant. And I gotta tell you, I can't think of anybody who'd look more out of place in a defendant's chair than Cassie.
That's true. She never should have been charged in the first place.
Yes and no, but the state believes they have a very strong case.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't believe it at all if they would just listen to me. Pete, you have got to help me get to whoever it is who can stop this terrible, terrible travesty.
Darn, I know what you're gonna say.
Don't be like everybody else. You have got to believe me. I did murder Mitch Lawrence. Please believe me. I mean, somebody has got to understand English.
Well, yes, I understand.
But I'm not somehow getting through to you. In fact, I know I'm not because you're not even looking at me anymore.
Darn, you don't have to worry about whether I believe you or not. The person you have to convince, just walk in.
Really? Who is it? Point him out to me.
He is a she, Dorian. Judith Sanders, special prosecutor just assigned to the case. The book on her is that she's fair-minded, brilliant, very, very tough.
Glory be to Mitch Lawrence. This burning at the stake is found.
Somebody help!
Why you can't kill them?
She who kills the messenger must die!
He's a messenger!
He's the messenger! Somebody help us!
Susan's right. Don't listen to me. But don't listen to her either. Don't listen to any voice except that voice in your heart that knows the difference between right and wrong. That voice that's telling you right now what each and every one of you is about to do. You are about to commit murder.
No way. Mitch said he's a messenger.
What killers? There are no killers here.
We are doing God's will. We are avenging Mitch.
Susan, it's vengeance what Mitch taught us.
Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
You're talking about Mitch Lawrence, not the Lord. You, what did Mitch teach that brought you to the waterside inn the first time?
Burn off.
I didn't know about Mitch's life before. I just heard him talk on the street one time about feeding people who had no food and giving shelter to the homeless. And anyone can see these people on the streets. They're everywhere. And they have no place to go. So Mitch made me want to help them.
And now he's gone. That graceful, gentle life that brought you into our community is dead, and they killed him!
After Mitch taught you to love and help people, you're going to burn Cassie and Rob to death?
No, we never meant that.
God's will must
Mitch was right.
Yeah.
Right. I'll back him all the way about feeding the hungry and housing the homeless.
Start the fire again.
But Mitch was wrong when he asked you to give up your personal freedoms and judgments in the name of religion. Look, listen to me. I believe in God too, but I don't believe in Mitch. He took money from you and he put it in foreign banks in his name. Yes, he chose certain women in this group to have sex with. He used each and every one of you in every sense of the word. Look around you. Tell yourselves the truth and tell your friends the truth.
It's true.
Please.
It's true. I didn't want to. Mitch said he was blessing me. You're all weaklings! You're all stupid fools! How can Mitch ever have trusted any of you? You get out of my way. Satan is gonna burn!
Don't try it, Susan.
Excuse me, I wonder if I could introduce myself. My name is Dorian Lord. Yes, I've seen you on television. I enjoy watching you. I'm Judith Sanders. Yes, I know that. Do you know Pete O'Neill? Not yet, but I think we'll meet in court, Counselor. I hear you're a tough adversary.
Funny. That's the same thing I hear about you, Counselor.
There's nothing funny about it, Pete. You're talking to her as if this is some sort of a chess match and my daughter's life is at stake.
It's just lawyer talk, Dorian.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Neill. You have a telephone call.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, could we sit down?
Sure.
I really hope that I did not offend you.
With what?
That remark I just made about a chess match. That you and Pete were not taking this case seriously enough. The last thing I need at this point is to get on the wrong side of you.
That's what I heard about you, but don't worry about me. You have every right to be upset under the circumstances.
Thank you. Thank you very much for saying that. And I'm very grateful that you were assigned to this case. Because from what I can see, everything that Pete said about you is quite true. You're very fair and very honest.
You say that? How nice.
Yes, indeed. However, I hope you are soon going to realize that this case is a lost cause. From the prosecution's point of view. And when the accused is so obviously innocent, it is more than just a miscarriage of justice. It could indeed do great damage to your reputation.
Since I'm known as a barracuda, it might be a good thing for my image if I lost a case for once.
However, you would be dragging a very innocent young woman through a great deal of humiliation unnecessarily. And if one has political ambitions, it could prove to be rather ugly down the line, let's say during a congressional campaign.
How did politics get into this?
Because word has it that you do indeed have political ambitions. And I think that it could prove very embarrassing in the future. I think people will perceive that you were defending Mitch Lawrence.
Oh, I don't think they'll see things that way.
Oh, you don't know Landview. You're new here. People here do not forget.
The town doesn't seem that small.
Small or not. People here are aware that Mitch Lawrence could have destroyed the lives of half the young people in this town. Nobody wants to see Mitch's killer punished. They think that justice has already been done.
There's no justice in murder. The law has to find the guilty person despite the public opinion, and in the name of the law, exact retribution. I'm really, truly sorry about your daughter.
We'll listen, Tina, but I can't guarantee any more than that. I have to go upstairs to pack, but I have a few minutes.
This won't take much time.
Going on vacation?
Well, Vicky is, in a manner of speaking. She's taking our youngest boy, Joey, to Arizona for a few weeks for his asthma. Court, have you met our oldest boy, Kevin?
No, sir. Don't believe I've had the pleasure. How you doing, Kevin?
Kevin, this is Court. He's a news photographer for us down at the Banner. But before that, when he was in Texas, he was a champion rodeo rider.
But wouldn't you rather be riding horses than taking dumb pictures?
Well, yes, sometimes. It depends on the horse, and it depends on the picture. But since your daddy gave me a job over at the Banner, I'm making a much better living taking pictures.
Me and Daddy ride horses a lot. We've never been to a rodeo.
Oh, yeah?
Well, maybe we'll have our own rodeo one day down at the stables.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, sounds like you got yourself one mighty fine daddy there, Kevin.
Heron! Well, if I'm going to be a really good daddy, I can't let Joey and Mommy miss that airplane. Heron!
Sir.
Heron, I think it's about time for Kevin's lunch.
Kevin, come along. Off to your favorite pastime, washing up.
Fine-looking boy you've got there, Clint.
Thank you. If I get my way, I'm going to have a house full of them, right, honey?
This one is a girl.
Yeah. Vicky, could we have a little talk alone? You know, sort of sister to sister.
If these gentlemen don't mind.
Well, I kind of wanted to have a personal talk with Clint myself, if you don't mind, Clint.
No, fine, fine. We'll be outside, honey. Great day out there. After you, Cord.
Look, I know you must hate me for what I did to Richard. I hurt him. I didn't mean to, but I want to explain.
Well, it seems perfectly clear what you have done. You chose one man over another, and you did it in the most painful way possible for everyone.
You're right. That's exactly what I did. I was very cruel to Richard, and I'm going to hate myself for it for the rest of my life.
I don't know why you're telling me this instead of Richard.
I did tell Richard all this, but I don't know if Richard's ever going to speak to me again, and I certainly can't blame him if he doesn't. But, Vicky, you and I are sisters, and I would like to think that we have some kind of future here in Landview together.
I had hoped that too, Tina, but I quite honestly am having my doubts.
Vicky, I've changed. Look, I have. Everything is different for me now that I've finally admitted my true feelings for Cord. For the first time in my life, I'm in love.
I've heard that before, too.
Look, I really do love Cord. And I had to do what I did. I hurt Richard, and I am sorry.
If you are looking for sympathy, madam, you have come to the wrong place. You are as selfish as you ever were, and more unbelievable than ever.
Look, I don't blame you for being mad at me, but please try and see that Cord and I are honestly trying to build some bridges here.
I have a lot of trouble with the honesty part. From you, not from Cord. Cord seems to be a very fine, decent young man who is either totally blinded by love or else he doesn't know the whole truth about you yet.
I haven't kept any secrets from Cord. He knows all my faults. Well, most of them anyway. Look, Vicky, what about between you and me, huh? How long is it going to take between you and me?
I don't know, Tina. Maybe you are trying to be candid. And believe it or not, I really am trying to accept what you're saying. How long? I don't know. How could I possibly answer that? You say that this is the new Tina. Wonderful. When did she start? Did she start after you went to El Paso to go to Al Roberts' funeral, which you lied to Richard about? Did she start after you told Richard there was nothing between you and Cord? Or maybe after you told Richard that you and Cord were a little bit closer than you had originally admitted?
You're right. You know, you are absolutely right. I mean, yes, I was hiding my feelings about Cord. I was lying to Richard. I was lying to myself, but my heart wouldn't let me keep doing that.
Your heart? Your heart, really? You don't follow your heart, Tina. You follow your whims, as usual. And unfortunately, it is Richard Abbott who's had to pay the price for your selfishness. You know, Richard is not an ordinary man. He's a deeply private person, a very sensitive man, who waited a long time to invest his feelings in somebody he felt he could marry. And more than most, don't you think he deserved a lot better than he got from you?
Yes, he did. He really did, and I tried to help it, but I couldn't.
Tina, I was so proud of you. When you risked everything and you faced Mitch to help Joy's family get her out of the mission, I thought to myself, finally, maybe this time she has changed. And then I saw Richard's face after you had sandbagged him, and I realized you are just the same old Tina.
But I am trying to... You know, I don't even know why I bother. Just forget it.
All right. But while we're at it, why don't you lay all your cards on the table? What now?
Fine, you know, I feel really stupid about this, all right? But I thought that maybe... I was going to ask you, because it makes perfect sense. After all, you are my sister. To be my matron of honor. But I guess we both know what you'd answer to that, don't we?
So just when do you and Tina plan on getting married?
The sooner the better, as far as we're concerned. But I know that there's been some conflict between this family and Tina.
Yes, you could say that.
See, I don't know all the specifics, and I really don't want to know. All I do know is that Tina was a real breath of fresh air when she came to El Paso. And as far as I'm concerned, her history starts with the day I met her.
Well, that's a nice approach, Cord. I guess all of us could use a fresh new start sometimes.
Well, I know that there are some feelings about Tina and this family. So I'll understand if you want to send me packing when I ask you what I want to ask you.
Well, now you're scratching my curiosity.
Well, naturally, I would ask my pa had he still been with us, but... Clint, I would be honored if you would stand up with me and be the best man at my wedding.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you?
As I said, I'll understand if you want to say no, but I hope you understand how much this family really means to Tina.
Well, Cord, she has some real funny ways of showing that sometimes.
Clint, she's turned over a new leaf, all right? All she needs is some time to prove that. Some time to let family feelings grow.
Well, something like that doesn't happen overnight. Especially the way she left things with Richard.
Hey, you don't have to explain. I understand, really.
Well, now, hold on a minute. I didn't say no. And I'm going to have to sit down and explain this to Richard, but, yes. And I am honored that you even asked.
You mean that?
Yeah.
You can do it? Oh, thank you, Clint. Oh, you have made Tina one happy lady. Oh, thanks.
Thank you for listening to me. I guess I'll just have to find somebody else to be my matron of honor.
I'm sorry, Tina.
So am I. Well, I hope you have a nice trip, and I hope Joey feels better soon. That way you won't have to stay away too long.
Thank you. So do I. Cord, congratulations. I heard all the happy news.
Thank you, ma'am. I've never been more excited my whole life.
Well, just think, by the time you get back from Arizona, we are going to be Mr. and Mrs. Cordero Roberts. Can we go now, Cord?
Sure thing, hon. Clint, thank you again. And Vicky, have a real safe trip, all right?
Thank you. Goodbye. Have a happy marriage.
Oh, we sure will. Thank you.
I would never give odds on anything that Tina might be thinking, but from the looks of them, I would say those two are neck deep in love.
Oh, quicksand.
Yeah, I know what you mean, honey. But as they say, for better or worse, I agreed to be Cord's best man.
Oh, dear. Well, that was very forgiving of you. It makes me seem very uncharitable.
How's that?
Well, Tina asked me to stand up for her, and I refused. Am I an awful person?
No, you're not an awful person. You probably just got more sense than I have, that's all.
Well, I do.
And that's all I really know about Vicky. Family money, but works at the newspaper every day, one that they own, and a wonderful woman. She's been very friendly to Cord and me.
You know, I'm beginning to wonder if this impulsive trip of mine is the right thing to do or not.
Now, what is wrong with trying to find out if Vicky's late husband is your twin brother?
Well, all I've thought about so far is myself. I'm trying to fill that void that every orphan has where the family should be.
Anyone can understand that feeling.
Victoria Buchanan has an investment in this, Maria. I mean, I may be dredging up just unhappy memories for her.
You know, when Vicky talked to me about Joe Riley, she spoke to him with so much affection, almost as if she still missed him. Tom, I really think she'd love to know if Joe had a twin brother.
Yeah, but what if my brother... Listen to me. I'm already assuming he was my brother.
You know, it could be that you're having a sixth sense about this.
It could be. I'm here to cause a lot of people an awful lot of misery, and it's not something I want to do. I mean, look, she got married again, right? I mean, what is her husband going to think of all this? What is he like, by the way?
Clint? Clint is a fine human being, and I'm sure he'll welcome you. In fact, they both will.
Well, I sure hope so.
Your late husband looks so much like a friend of mine in El Paso.
Really? Well, I hope he's a wonderful man, because Joe certainly was.
You know, I knew that Clint wasn't the father of your children, but I didn't realize he'd passed away.
Yes. He had an inoperable brain tumor. I was pregnant with Joey when he died. He never lived to see his second son born.
Oh, Vicky, that's tragic. I'm so sorry. Having lost Al recently, I can imagine how you felt.
Well, I had a lot of help and support from friends and family, but it was hell. Joe was one of a kind. Had a very tough exterior, such a gentle heart. He was a wonderful father and husband. I loved him so much. I still miss him.
I want to thank you folks for being such good passengers today. Please fasten your seatbelts and cut out all smoking materials. We're about to land at Philadelphia International Airport.
Mitch isn't even buried yet, and you're already abandoning him, forgetting the life he led into your life. He's a messenger of vengeance murder! This man with his twisted words is trying to destroy everything Mitch has ever done. And this woman killed him, and for that she will die.
Good thing you were here, pal. Yeah, I thought the cavalry would never make it.
Why did you know where to look for us?
No,
Thank you so much. I don't know how to thank you.
I think you just did.
Oh, Robin, aren't you cute?
Oh, hey. Yeah, you know, have armor, we'll travel. Yeah, well, for a civilian, you make a pretty darn good cop. Yeah, that's a badge yourself. I was just looking at my watch. 6 minutes since I called you from the corner. Not bad, thanks. Goes with the territory. Yeah, at least the civilians don't have to do the paperwork. Yeah, that's true. Listen up! I have something to say to all of you. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent.
I am astonished. Really, I am. It almost sounds as if you are defending the monstrous things that Miss Lawrence did.
Are you defending murder?
I am not, and you know I'm not. But the only true murderer here is Mitch Lawrence, not to mention all the other terrible things that he was doing to the young people of this town.
Mrs. Lord, none of this really matters. Mitch Lawrence could have been the legitimate son of the devil himself.
And he
really
was, believe me.
But he's dead by the hand of another, and in the courts of the United States of America, all the murdered are equal. I'm sorry he was a bad man.
He was more than just bad. He was evil incarnate.
But who could decide that he was supposed to die? Who can decide who's supposed to live? No one is that wise. Not here, not anywhere, and I will defend that principle if I have to live or die by it.
I am so glad to hear you say that, because maybe you will be the one person who will listen to me.
Really? Well, what is the truth that you want to tell me about?
My daughter Cassie is innocent, and she is innocent because I am the one...
No, you have to stop right there. Because I'm an officer of the court, and now you are trying to influence me.
I am not trying to influence you. I am trying to tell you the truth. Now, what does that mean to an officer of the court?
The truth is what will be found in court after we hear the evidence, and I do know that you are trying to confess to the murder of Mitch Lawrence.
I have tried to confess, but nobody believes me. The irony is, I could be sent to jail for speeding, but nobody is listening to me about a murder I committed.
Your confession will be heard in court with all the other evidence.
I don't understand. This is not evidence I'm trying to give you. It's the truth, and if you are at all interested in justice, you'll believe me.
Air Europe, flight 947 from now boarding at 8:17.
Oh, you don't want to stand in that line. Why don't you rent a car later? Let's get our baggage and I'll drive us to the hotel.
Well, no, Maria, thanks very much. I think I should have my own car. I don't want to go to the hotel.
Oh, well, what are you going to do?
Let's go straight to the Buchanans. I'd like you to come along with me and introduce me to them.
El Paso, Texas to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. What did they do? Drop my baggage in the Mississippi?
We have a tracer on it, sir.
Oh, good.
Your flight did stop in Dallas for
Oh, of
passengers.
course it did. And I gave them a chance to ship my luggage on to Alaska, right?
Well, I'll let you know as soon as I find out anything. You'll be waiting right here?
Yes, I will. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Well, you're not going to want to wait around with me now, huh?
Well, yeah, I do if it's not too long, but I am kind of concerned about getting back into town.
Oh, yes, right. You're a little nervous about this girl that Cord is going to marry. Huh?
Well, if he had asked me, I certainly would not have encouraged
No,
it.
but he did not ask you, did he?
Do kids ask any more these days?
No, I don't think so.
Well, if this marriage should happen.
If.
Well, you never know. This young lady and I have a lot to talk about.
Well, you've got your work cut out for you. Well, look, why don't you go ahead and I'll call you after I'm finished at the Buchanan's.
Are you sure you'll find your way around?
Well, I don't have to. That is why the good Lord created cab drivers. You go ahead. And good luck with this young lady Cord's going to marry.
Oh, he won't. Not if I can help it. See you.
I don't know, Cord. I can't talk to people. I don't know how to handle anything, you know? You know what I think? I am a complete failure as a human being.
Well, you must have done something right sometime in your life.
I don't know. If I did, I don't remember it. And certainly nobody else does. I mean, my wedding day. I have dreamed about my wedding day my entire life and how perfect it is going to be. And I can't even find a matron of honor.
I thought all that was important to you was the man who was marrying you.
Well, of course it is, but I...
But what? Now, listen to me. How would my pa say this? He'd say, Miss Tina, you are one jalapeno pepper of a woman. And what you've got to realize is that some people just don't like peppers.
Oh, that's sweet, I think, but I don't think you realize how much this hurts, you know? To have people turn you down and stuff.
I think I do. You know, I was a little kid in El Paso. I had this brand new bicycle, right? Some of the good old boys got it into their mind to start calling me names, knock me over, and take my bike.
Well, what'd you do?
Well, first off, I got my bike back. Then I realized that some of the things they said hurt a lot more than the things they did.
Yeah, you're right. I'm really silly. I mean, here I have more than most women ever will. I have the most wonderful man in the world that I am going to marry. And he loves me, too.
Well, Tina, I don't love you. I love you like crazy. Please observe that distinction.
Oh, I will. So, the hell with Vicky and Pam and all these other people in Landview says we're going to be married before they even have a chance to frown at us.
Well, whenever we get married, it won't make any difference to them anyway, because it's none of their business, right?
Well, sure, but why wait? I mean, the sooner we get married, the sooner we can be together. I have the green light.
That is the finest idea you have had yet, Miss Tina.
Yeah, in the meantime, though, we could go upstairs and practice.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, we could do that. Or we could just start practicing right down here till they had to come out and hose us down. But, Tina, I got some bad news.
I don't want to hear about it.
It's still a working day, you know, and I've got a stack of it sitting on my desk over there at the banner.
Well, work won't wait.
Well, that's the thing about a newspaper. It doesn't get any better when it waits. Unlike what we have here. Because when I get back, it'll be just perfect. See you later.
This is so frustrating. How can I make you believe me? I'm telling you, Mitch Lawrence was on the verge of raping my daughter. I saw that. I hit him on the back of the head, and I killed him. You've got to believe me. Maybe I'm too close to the situation. You see, I have a daughter Cassie's age, and I can see myself doing the same thing, trying anything to get her off.
But it's true.
You're not helping Cassie by spouting out like this, you know. It sounds like you're desperately trying to save her, which makes me think you think she's guilty. Please, give me a lie detector test. Inadmissible in court. I don't understand. What is admissible in court? Would you like me to swear on my sainted mother's lace-covered Bible? I will do that, you know. Mrs. Lord, I really don't want to ignore you or anything, but I do have to get to the courthouse. Will you excuse me? Please, we are not through. No, I'm sure we're not, but we are for the day. It was really very nice to meet you. Excuse me.
Johnny! My God, what are you doing here? When did you get back?
A couple of days ago, we were in D.C.
I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. Dorian Lord, this is my sister, Judith Sanders.
Your sister? Actually, we've met. We've been unethically discussing the case I'm going to prosecute here in Landview.
Yeah, I was a little surprised to see your name as special prosecutor.
Hey, come on, sis. You're living the life of a high-flying ambassador's wife. What's it going to do to your marriage coming back here to Landview?
Anything I do will not hurt or help that marriage. You better run. How about some dinner later with your sister?
That sounds great. I tell you what, give me a call before 6 o'clock.
You got it.
Bye.
Excuse me.
I didn't know you were related to the Sanders.
That's her, my sister.
But those Sanders? Charles, Edgar, Elizabeth, the steel mills, the opera, the money.
I had nothing to do with the marriage of Judith to Charlie Sanders.
My goodness, you are full of surprises, aren't you?
I have one more for you. I was so surprised about seeing Judith that I forgot to tell you. I found Cassie just in the nick of time, and she's fine.
Oh.
I guess that's the last of them.
Where are they taking them?
Landview Hospital. They'll be in for psychiatric evaluation until the charges against them.
Wait, charges? I don't want to press charges. Look, not on any of them, not even Susan. I know what they went through. Mitch was brainwashing them with drugs. They need the deprogrammer that helped Joy.
Being a little bit more generous than I would be.
Because I went through what they did.
Rafe, how did you find out we were here? Allison found out. She called us, wanted it stopped.
Allison? She's the one that's been accusing me of Mitch's murder. I mean, now she wants to save my life?
I wish that was the end of the story. The whole Landview Police Department has been looking for you anyway. So they could exercise the warrant that's been issued for your arrest.
What?
I'm sorry, we're going to have to go down to the station now.
Well, Rafe, wait a minute. She was almost killed over here. Look, Rafe, she just needs a shower and some food and a rest, and everything's going to be fine.
I'm sorry. I don't have any choice. You're both going to have to come down to give us a statement about the incident today.
Of course.
And then I'm going to have to book Cassie for the murder of Mitch Lawrence.
You won't struggle, will you? Nod your head and I'll let you go.
Adrian? What are you doing here? Where have you been?
Everywhere and nowhere. I've been living in gutters, alleyways, and flop houses, hiding from everybody. Ever since they took away the messenger. Allison, what are we going to do without him?
Well, each of us has to find a way to go on with our life. He's not coming back, Adrian. Now, listen, I thought you would have been out of town by now.
No. I have to stay here. This is his mission. This is where his spirit lives.
You do know that the police are looking for you about the murder, don't you?
Oh, sure. All I knew is as soon as they get a computer on my trail, they'd know that I have a police record that's very, very long.
We haven't done anything lately, have you?
No. That doesn't really matter, though. They'll try and bust me anyway, and I won't be able to carry out Mitch's last command.
What's that?
No, never mind. It's just for me to know. That's just between me and Mitch.
Adrian, I think you ought to see a doctor. Mitch was using drugs on a lot of us here at the mission, and he could have told you to do anything, and you wouldn't know where it was coming from.
No. No doctors, no. They just get me confused, you know? Allison, Mitch taught me not to steal, so I don't do that anymore, but I gotta eat. Do you have any extra money, Sister Allison?
No, I'm sorry, Adrian, I don't have any extra money. And the police, they locked away all of Mitch's accounts. But look, I'll go to the police with you. Yes, we'll get help.
No cops, no. They won't let me carry out his last order.
Believe me, sir, we have your bags. Now, the plane is landing, and you'll be first priority. 10 minutes, I promise.
Well, as the song goes, I've heard that song before, but 10 minutes, you say?
Yes.
I'm counting.
Disgusting little barbarians. And I'd like to know, where were the police? Why didn't they get there before they tried to burn Cassie at the stake?
Probably the same reason I did. We were all looking in the wrong places.
After everything that Cassie has been through, to have that happen, the poor baby.
Hey, guys. More bad news about Cassie.
What?
Judith Sanders, the special prosecutor, she's locked into some kind of a tough macho legal contest. She's trying to be as tough as she can.
Why? What has she done?
Well, what she's done is try to push the court date up to get a trial as quick as possible. Herb and I were furious. We told her we need time. We got to build a case. She's not listening to anybody. She's going to move that court case up if she can. You know, she's talking about Cassie like she was Jack the Ripper.
Well, why can't we get her taken off the case?
No, wait, let me talk to her first. Judith comes on a little strong sometimes, but I think she'll listen to reason.
Oh, please, John, would you?
Dorian, I'll do anything I can to get Cassie out of this terrible mess. You know that.
Thanks.
Okay, this is the last one on the right. Got it. Now look. Come over here. Let's get the other hand. All right. Do the thumb first. You gotta keep your fingers stiff, hon. To wipe your hands off with. You gotta tear the top off there. 3. 3. Okay. Got that? All right. Up here, chest up against the numbers. Smile for this, sweetie. Smell real sweet for the birdie.
Oh, Mrs. Roberts. Nice surprise. How are you? I've been better. I was just looking for you.
Well, here I am. Can I buy you a drink?
No, thank you. But would you like to sit down?
Sure. Well, I think this is nice, our being here. After all, we are practically family now. We might as well try to be friends. I feel there's been this huge misunderstanding growing between us.
Really? Well, I don't think I've misunderstood you at all. The better I know you, the less I trust you.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Tina, I've just come back from Texas, and, well, much to my surprise, it's all true. Al left me in court 2,000 acres of prime land right next to our ranch.
Well, I think that's wonderful. Now you can raise a lot of cattle.
Yes, and we could also raise a lot of money. It's already zoned for a shopping center and housing. Court's going to be a very wealthy young man. But then I'm not telling you anything you didn't already know. Am I, Tina?
Cord told me about the money, and I think it's wonderful. I'm thrilled for him. Now he doesn't have to worry about how to support me.
I don't believe you for 1 second. Somehow you found out about that inheritance before we did. Now that is why you suddenly agreed to marry Cord, isn't it?
No, you're wrong. I love Cord, and he means more to me than any man ever has. I love him. I swear.
Oh, yes. And a few $1 million either way doesn't mean very much, does it?
It helps, but that's not why I'm marrying him.
You have a reputation for scheming and manipulation, young lady. Some way, you heard about Cord's new money before all this new passion.
Don't you think that people can change?
I think I'm going to find out what really happened here. So if I were you, darling, I wouldn't spend any money on a wedding dress.
Well, you said 10 minutes. I suppose that's close enough.
I'm sorry this had to happen, Mr. Dennison.
Really, it doesn't matter at all. I want to thank you for your help. Appreciate it.
Final call for Southwest Airlines Flight 215.
That's our flight, darling.
I got the tickets, the luggage is checked, I've got the toys, that's it.
And you have a quarter so you can call me from a payphone as soon as you land safely, right? Don't you let her forget.
I will.
Okay.
The only thing I don't have is you coming with me.
Mom and I are going to miss you.
Well, I know that, and I'm going to miss both of you. But you know what? I'm going to be out there for a visit before you know it.
I love you.
I love you.
Bye, darling.
Bye-bye.
Daddy kiss.
Take care of your mommy, you hear me?
I will.
Okay. Bye.
This is the final call, boarding Sunburst Airlines Flight 215 from St. Louis and Phoenix.
Hey, will you please relax? You don't even know why Maria's coming over here.
What do you think? She's coming over for tea and crumpets?
Honey, there's no way she's going to connect you to that land transaction.
If she even suspects that I made Tina and Cord rich overnight, damn, I mean, that land is going to turn into a shopping center, make Cord a fortune. Why can't she shut up and accept it?
As usual, your butler told me to come right in.
Maria, I'm always happy to see you.
You may not be after you hear what I've got to say. Asa, these lies and these schemes have got to stop. Now, I will not let you ruin my life or my son's.
Yeah, come on in. It's open.
Don't I even get a hello?
What are you doing here? I know what you're doing here.
Yeah, well, I called your office and they said you were working at home today.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What's the matter? Couldn't stand being away from me, huh?
No, I couldn't.
Good thing.
Cord,
What?
I want to elope.
What? Elope? Hey, no, wait a minute, Team. We can't do
No,
that.
I don't want to wait. I don't wait one precious moment. I don't want to lose. I want to marry you.
Today? Tina, I love the fact that you're such in a hurry to marry me, but what's the big rush?
You're getting pretty good at this, aren't you?
But you're not. Royal flush. You lose.
Who taught you how to play poker like that?
Grandpa did.
I'll bet he did. All right, just for that, I'm going to win the next round. Here. Shuffle and deal.
Love you.
Daddy kiss.
Take care of your mommy.
I will.
All right. Bye-bye.
Your turn. Pick them up.
The mystery is solved.
You've got some information on the Miss Lawrence murder.
Oh, no, this is much closer to home. I just found out why Tina jilted me, Clint, and love has nothing to do with it.
Until your mother gets home, honey, I want you to go to your room and lie down, try to forget this whole day ever happened.
I don't know how I'm going to forget about just almost being killed.
Well, shh. I know, honey, I know, but thanks to John, you and Rob are all right now.
How would you feel if you got your fingerprints taken and your snapshot taken for a crime that you didn't commit?
Well, I can't undo what's been done to you, but I'll do my damnedest to see that you're not just free on bail. I won't rest until you are free altogether.
I know you will, Dad.
And not just me. Listen, your mother has already done her usual extravagant bit.
Oh, what'd she do? Call the president?
No, worse. She confessed to the murder of Mitch Lawrence. Yeah, I know. I know it's an outlandish thing to do, but you know your mother. She thought if she could protect you...
That's incredible. That's the most generous thing that she could ever have done for me.
Yeah. Well, that's Dorian. Is generous, loving, and absolutely outlandish. She told the police that she came to Mitch's room only to see him about to rape her daughter. And that's when she reached for the nearest object, a candlestick, and hit him in a fit of rage and fear.
I can just see the police shaking their heads now.
Hey, that didn't stop her. She just insisted that they book her for the murder of Mitch Lawrence and release you at once.
I love her for sacrificing this for me, but it's such an obvious lie. I mean, couldn't she think of something a little bit more believable?
She was so desperate to get you out of jail, she wasn't thinking all that clearly.
Well, I guess not. Because she clearly remembers that I woke up when she entered the room.
Well, see, she had an answer for that, too. See, she claims that she killed Mitch Lawrence while you were still out cold, and then she went out into the hallway to see if anybody had seen her or was coming in. Then she came back into the room the second time just after you came to.
She expects the police to believe that?
Yes, she does. They have to believe it, Cassie, because it's true.
Mom, you don't have to lie to me. I'm not lying,
Mom,
Cassie.
please, just hold me. Oh, it's so good to be home.
Well, Cord and his mother hit the jackpot. Now, it seems that Al Roberts left behind a nice little surprise. 2,000 acres of prime Texas real estate.
Kidding.
Now, land that's being developed for a shopping mall. Now, that translates into millions of dollars for Tina's future husband. Not a bad little wedding present now, is it?
Wait a minute, Richard. Are you saying that Tina knew about this windfall and that's why she broke your engagement?
Well, it seemed far-fetched at first, but now I see that she's playing Cord for a fool, too.
No, wait a minute. I'm not saying that Tina isn't capable of something like this.
Look, Clint, Cord has a right to know.
Richard, I have tried setting Cord straight about Tina for a long time.
Look, Clint, I wouldn't wish that kind of humiliation on my own worst enemy, much less a decent guy like Cord. You should have been there in the city room. All the whispers, everyone walking around, not looking at me, but shaking their heads. Look, I know, it was my own fault. I mean, everyone tried to warn me about Tina, including you, but did I listen? No. No, I tried to help her, and look what she's done, and look what she's doing to Cord now. And that's why you've got to talk to her before it's too late.
Cord isn't going to listen to me or anyone else unless you can back up and prove what you're saying.
But those 2,000 acres are all the proof that we need.
Do you know for a fact that Tina broke off your engagement, before Cord knew about his inheritance?
Well, no, I can't prove it, but I'm sure that it's true.
Well, then before you start accusing Tina of anything, ask yourself this question, Richard. How could Tina know about a couple thousand acres in El Paso, Texas, when Cord didn't even know about it himself?
Cord, do I have to explain how I feel? Isn't it, obvious?
Oh, it's obvious that you're in a real big hurry to get hitched, but I can't see why.
Because I love you.
Yeah, well, I love you too, Tina, but you don't see me running over to your place with my bags packed, running around in my skivvies, trying to get you to run off to the Justice of Peace.
Well, yeah, but,
Now, who put the fire under you?
you did.
Oh.
Can't you feel it?
Yeah, Tina. Now, what happened?
Well, you have to know I ran into your mother. I tried to convince her as best I could that, we could be friends.
And what did she say?
I mean, before she stomped out of the room?
Tina, she's going to come around, all right? It's just going to take some time. And if she doesn't, well, then I'll deal with that.
She scares me. She really does. She's not going to stop till she turns you against me. That's why we elope now.
Listen to me, all right? Now, I'm not going to let the problems you're having with my mom interfere with the way we want to have our wedding, all right?
What if there isn't a wedding? What if she convinces you of that same terrible lie she said to me?
What lie? Tina, what are you talking about? What did she say to you?
I'm too embarrassed to even repeat it.
Now, you tell me. What did she say?
She said that I knew about all that land in El Paso.
Man.
She said that's why I dumped Richard and why I decided to trade up and marry you.
Oh, I don't believe this. How could she say something like that? She knows darn well that nobody knew about that land. It was a complete surprise to everybody.
It's just being illogical, honey. Just that she doesn't want me to take you away from you.
Now, listen, I'm going to talk to her, all right? And there is no way that she's going to change the way I feel about you.
That's not going to work. I mean, she hates me so much, Cord. She's not going to stop until she turns you completely against me.
Honey,
That is never going to happen.
Yeah, not if we elope right now. Then she won't be able to do or say anything to stop us.
Oh, girl, it's not that I'm not tempted, because I am. But what about the plans we've made? Now, I've already asked Clint to be my best man.
Oh, who cares about Clint? Oh. Well, he hates me almost as much as your mother does. And besides, we don't need anybody's permission to love each other, do we?
Tina, look, I don't want anything to come between us either.
Yeah, and now, you didn't have to come get me up here from El Paso, did you? But you did, right?
Yeah, I did. I came chasing after you.
Yeah, and, I didn't go ahead and marry Richard, right?
Right, you didn't.
No, because I followed my heart. And that's what you have to do, too, is to follow your heart. That is, if you still want me.
That's
you
not
do.
fair, Tina. You know that I do. Now, come on.
Okay, well, then let's not just live life so safe, all right? Let's just go after the kind of life that you and I know we can have.
Okay.
What'd you say?
I said, okay. I'm just going to have to call the banner and tell them I'm not going to be in for the rest of the week because I'm getting married. Whoa! Yeah!
For what you both did for me. Dad, if you hadn't been there at the jail, if you hadn't posted bail for me, I would still be there. And Mom, the fact that you're taking the blame for this murder, I mean, I can't believe
Oh,
it.
I would just both wish we could have done more.
Yes, especially after the night you spent at the mercy of those fanatics.
It was terrifying. But thank God Rob was there. And I think that his presence kept the harm away.
Listen, we got somebody else to thank for that. If John hadn't arrived,
Please, let's not even think about that.
yeah.
You should have seen the way he stood up to those fanatics. I mean, they were about to burn me at the stake. Can you believe it? Please. But they didn't, thank God. But John, he didn't even use force. I mean, he just stood up to them, and he talked to them, and he made them see what they were doing, and he told them it was just a perversion of God's love.
I've had my differences with John, Lord knows. I'm in his debt forever now.
Yes. So are we all.
Oh, Mom. Oh, I'm sorry. I really am. Just when I think about John rescuing you just to have you then arrested by the police and...
What's the matter?
Letter 2, Vicky Buchanan. In my purse. I don't know what he's doing there.
Let me see. It's got Mitch Lawrence's name on the back.
Mitch Lawrence? What? Wait, why did he write a letter to Vicky?
And what is it doing in Mom's purse? I just remembered. Of course, when I was rushing to get you out of Mitch Lawrence's room, I saw it on the floor. I scooped it up. I put it in my purse, and I forgot all about it.
Well, that explains how it got here. It doesn't explain what Mitch had to say to Vicky.
A very easy way to find out.
Emma, put the kettle on!
Hold it. Dorian, you're not about to do what I think you're about to do, are
Well,
you?
surely don't think we can just rip the letter open. That would be too tacky.
Yeah.
We'll do this nice and proper. We'll steam it open.
Yeah, no, honey, you can't do that.
Of course I can do it. The two of you can watch. See how it's done.
And then out of nowhere, this land turns up.
Count your blessings, lady.
Asa, did you engineer this so that Cord would end up with Tina?
Now I'm a matchmaker on top of everything else. Tell her, Pamela. If I was going to push Tina to marry anybody, it'd be Richard, not your boy Cord.
Is that true, Pamela?
If Asa was pushing anyone to marry Tina, it was Richard.
Don't you see, Maria, we're on the same side. Is it my fault that Tina ruined our plans by choosing your boy?
I wish I could believe that, Asa. Just something tells me this is very much your fault.
Listen to this, Pamela. This lady and her son stumble into a fortune. Instead of being grateful, she thinks that somebody is stabbing her in the back.
I would be grateful for this land and the money that it would bring if I could be sure that it came from Al.
Why do you doubt it, Maria?
That's a good question, honey.
Because Al never dabbled in real estate. But you do, don't you, Asa?
Oh, so let me get this straight, honey. I managed to secure 2,000 acres of choice El Paso real estate. For some reason, I put in your husband's name. Now, generous man that I am, though. Why the hell would I do a thing like that?
You tell me. My son's happiness and his whole future is at stake here. I'm begging you, Asa. Just be honest with me. Just tell me the truth. Did Tina find out that Cord is Clint's son? And did she bring you that information?
You're starting to offend me, honey. Pam, you talk to her.
Asa, do you hate me so much that you would make a deal with Tina? In return for her silence, she gets 2,000 acres and my son for her husband.
You have gone too far. You've offended me in my own house.
Fine. All right. Then I'll ask your wife, Pamela. Did he or did he not make a deal with Tina?
Tell her, Pamela. And tell her the truth as we know it. And then show this lady out the door.
Well,
Sweetheart, why don't you close your eyes, huh? By the time you wake up, we'll be over Arizona.
I have a brain tumor. It's inoperable.
What?
There isn't anything anybody can do. I only have a few months at the most.
But we can go see another doctor. I'm sure Jim knows of another doctor somewhere.
Vicky, I love you, sweetheart.
I can't let this happen to you.
Listen to me, please. There's nothing you or anyone else can do. Nothing.
I don't know how she found out about it. I just know that she did.
Richard, listen to me. Before you let this thing eat you up from the inside out, forget about it.
Well, I'm sorry, Clint. I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Now, stay here and work late tonight, work overtime, or go out, quit early, and go on out and have yourself a few belts. But don't sit around stewing in your own juices.
Okay, fine. But you better tell the people in the city room to clear a path, because if I hear one more wisecrack behind my back...
Try not to listen to him. I need my staff intact. You understand?
Well, I'm sorry, Clint, but in the mood I'm in, I can't make any promises.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Victoria Buchanan.
I can't help you, my friend. I'm not here.
I hear someone say they're looking for Mrs. Buchanan.
Yes, is she here?
No, she isn't. I'm her husband, Clint Buchanan. Maybe I can be...
Miss Dennison.
I'm sorry?
Thomas Joseph Dennison. Forgive me for not making an appointment to see you, but I went out to your home. There was no one there.
No, Mr. Dennison, it isn't that. It's just that... I don't know how else to say it, but you are the spitting image of my wife's late husband.
Yes, so I've been told. That is why I'm here.
I don't understand.
I'm not sure I do either, Mr. Buchanan, but a friend of mine in El Paso told me I looked exactly like a fellow in this town named Joe Riley. I'm here to see if that is true or not.
Mr. Dennison, if I didn't know for a fact that Joe Riley had passed away, I'd swear I was looking straight at him.
Really?
Yeah.
And the pieces of the puzzle are starting to come together.
But you mean you know, you can explain this resemblance?
Well, I think maybe I can, Mr. Buchanan. Now, I have never known much about my origins except that I was adopted at birth. Now, recently, I've discovered that I had an identical twin.
I see. You damn sure look like Joe. In fact, it's more than that. I mean, it's the way you walk. It's the gestures, the way you dress. You're Joe Riley.
then you can understand how anxious I am to learn all I can about a brother I never knew. So anything you can tell me, anything at all, would be most appreciated.
I'll tell you what I can.
Fine, thank you.
In fact, I have a few questions myself.
That's fine with me.
What do you say we go someplace and have a drink?
Wonderful.
I know just the place. You know, I can't get over. I mean, if Vicky can see you. Well, let's go.
Is this your idea of what a honeymoon should be like?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I've never been on a honeymoon before. Would you like to dance?
No, I'd like to stay out here.
Okay.
What's that island that's over there?
It's Montserrat. Isolated. Beautiful. Unspoiled. Would you like me to buy it for you?
Someday. Someday when we're very old and very gray. For now, darling, I think we have much too much living to do. Oh, Joe, it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
Dance with me.
Grown-ups cry when they're happy.
Don't worry. Teddy won't tear you up.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Teddy.
What? No. You're not going anywhere with that letter, Dorian.
And pay no attention to her. Call me when it whistles.
You know that opening somebody else's mail is a federal offense.
Thank you, Mr. District Attorney. However, an even worse offense is convicting an innocent young woman. What does this letter have to do with my trouble? Herb, you yourself have admitted you have precious little time to prepare your case.
Yes, we have precious little time, but we're going to use the time we have legally.
That's right.
See?
What if this letter written by Mitch has information that you can use? It could save you hours of research. It could save Cassie's life. Oh, wait a second. The letter is addressed to Vicky. Now, it's up to her whether she wants to open it or not. But Vicky's out of town. Who knows how long she'll be gone? By the time she comes back, it could be too late to do you any good.
It's possible, darling, so we'll deliver it to Clint Buchanan, and he will decide whether to open it or not.
Why risk it? Steam it open, read it, seal it back up. Steam it! That is the sneakiest thing I've ever heard. We have to give it to Vicky. It is not sneaky, darling. It's self-defense, and no one will be the wiser. This way, if Clint decides not to open it, we're covered.
Yes, we'll also have broken the law, darling, not to mention Clint and Vicky's
That's
trust.
right. Mom, I'm not going to let you do it. No way. But don't you two understand? I'm also thinking about Vicky. For goodness sake, she's had one very bad scare during this pregnancy. What if Mitch Lawrence wrote this letter with the intention of frightening her,
What could he
deliberately
possibly have
terrifying
written to frighten her?
I have no idea. But the man was evil incarnate. What if from the grave he is trying to reach out and terrorize Vicky? We certainly don't want to risk her losing this baby.
I'm sorry, honey, but I find it impossible to believe that even Mitch Lawrence was capable of that.
Well, I don't. I know that he's capable of it. I was drugged, but I was there. And I saw that look in his eye and that sound in his voice. I think Mom's right, Dad.
One life to live.
One, that settles it. Emma!
Sorry.
Dad, what are you doing? That's not yours.
No, and it's not yours either.
Okay, this isn't funny anymore.
No.
Cassie, tell your father to stop acting like a district attorney
Oh,
and
you
start
stop
acting...
calling me
Dad,
a
wait
district
a
attorney.
second, just listen, because if there is anything in that letter that could hurt
All the
Vicky
more
Buchanan-
reason that Clint should see it, so I will personally take it to him, and you, my darling, are going to lie down and get some sleep. You understand that?
I like you. A kiss on the cheek and a stab in the back.
Well, fortunately, the daughter is wise enough to know who is helping her and who is hurting her.
Please stop fighting, you guys. All right, Dad. I trust that you know what to do. You'll do whatever is best.
Yeah, right. Well, sorry. Sleep for you, a lot of hard work in a law library for me, and you're going to have the best damn defense that is possible in the world. We're going to get you off. You have my word for that.
That may be good enough for Cassie. I am not so submissive.
No kidding.
Oh, tell me something. Yeah, I would appreciate. If Clint does read the letter, will you let me know what it says?
When I find out something, and if I find out something, you'll be the first to know. Now, do me a favor. Take care of your daughter, huh?
I'm trying to.
Good. Now, I'm going to chalk up this lapse of ethics to your maternal instincts, or maybe it's just your naturally sneaky streak.
I am not sneaky. Bye, Dad. However, I can be very maternal when given half a chance.
Good. Because I could use some pampering, Mom.
Oh, little darling. How would you like a nice bubble bath?
Mm-hmm.
I'll set you one, and then when you've had a good soak in the tub, I'll tuck you into bed and bring you a glass of warm milk. You'll just do like that, little girl.
Sounds great.
Damn, I wish I'd opened that letter.
I admire you, Pamela. I know it's not always easy to stand by the man you love, especially when he's wrong.
Oh, please, Mary, I really don't want to discuss
If I were in your position, I would want to protect him, too. But if helping my husband meant destroying a young man's life, no, I wouldn't. I couldn't do that. And something tells me that you couldn't either.
You know what you're asking me to do.
Yes. As one woman to another, I am asking you not to betray my son.
And to do that, I've got to betray my husband.
And you admit it. Asa brought up all of that land.
No.
And made it look like it was Al.
Maria, I did not say that. Now, you're confusing me. All this talk about...
Pamela, you know the kind of man Asa is. Now, to protect him is one thing, but to be an accomplice to his lies...
I'm not doing
Yes, you are. Pamela, you tell me that you're the daughter of a minister, that you're kind and generous. Now, lying for Asa, doesn't it violate everything you believe in?
Maria, you just don't understand what you're saying.
No, I don't. I don't. Explain it to me. How can you cover up for a man like that and still live with yourself?
You have every right to hate him, Maria. But your hatred does not let you see all sides of Asa. You cannot see the side I have, the side I love.
My hatred hasn't blinded me, but love has definitely blinded you. You have my sympathy.
Maria, wait. What are you going to do?
Something I should have done a long time ago. Tell Cord the truth.
Oh, Maria, you can't.
Yes, I can. And I will not leave anything out, including my own lies and my own mistakes. Anatina's and Asa's.
Yeah, and Briggs, tell Clint that I'm real sorry that I couldn't have given him more notice on this one. Well, there are some things that just can't wait, and my wedding is at the top of that list. Yeah, okay, well, thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Well, you didn't tell Briggs where he could reach you.
I didn't know where he could reach me. Tina, this is happening so fast, we haven't even had time to discuss a honeymoon.
Well, you know, I have always wanted to go to St. Martin.
You dream big, you know that? Yeah, for a trip like that, you're going to need plane reservations, reservations for a hotel room. I mean, you just don't pop up into one of those island resorts and say, here I am.
Yeah, well, maybe these will be of use, huh? Let me see. Voila.
First class, round trip, deluxe accommodations. You were pretty sure I was going to say yes to all this, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? I can't wait until I get you alone in those deluxe accommodations.
Well, good. What are we waiting for then? Come on.
Because I've got to make one more phone call. I've got to call my mom.
Oh, no, you don't want it.
No.
Of course, you can do that when we get to St. Martin. Really, if you do, she might try to stop.
I just can't take off without saying so much as a goodbye. All right? Yeah, could I have Maria Roberts' room, please? She is, huh? Yeah, well,
What, she's out? Oh, thank God. Okay, look, you can just call her when we get to St. Martin. Okay,
Yeah,
come on,
hold
let's go. Come on.
Can I leave a message, please?
Oh, please don't do that.
Oh, would you please shush? Yeah, could you just tell her that her son is, going to be out of town for a few days. Yeah, that's the end of the message. Well, thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, good, thank you.
Oh.
Well, at least you won't worry about me now. And all we have got to worry about is where we can find a justice of the peace.
Got me up here.
Great. Thought you might. Cheswold Chapel. Non-denominational. Free parking, no waiting. And I thought we weren't going to have any frills. All right, girl. Well, I guess you thought of everything. What are we waiting for? Let's go get married.
Well, let's go.
All right. I don't believe it. Wait.
Look at them potatoes.
Where are they going, Grandma?
Mommy, what's happening to potatoes?
You know, Tom, there's something I don't understand. Why didn't Joe mention that he had a twin brother?
Apparently he wasn't any more aware of it than I was.
Huh. Must be strange to wake up one morning and find that you have a whole family you didn't know anything about.
You know, I've always wondered about my family. You know, as a child, I used to fantasize that my father was the President of the United States. And my mother's Queen of the High Wire at the carnival. Never occurred to me that I might have a brother.
You know, if it is true about you and Joe, you also have a sister, Eileen Siegel.
Sister? So, does she live here?
No, the last time we heard from Eileen, she was living in Florida.
Eileen Siegel, sister.
Yeah, you might want to contact her.
Definitely. Now, is there anyone else I should know about? Anyone at all?
Well, there's my wife, Vicki, of course.
Oh, you said she was out of town, right?
Yeah, she's in Arizona with our youngest son, Joey. He has an asthma
Oh,
problem.
I'm sorry to hear that. I certainly don't want to disturb her.
Tom, if you are Joe Riley's brother, Vicki would damn sure want to know about it.
Clint, your wife has enough on her mind taking care of your son. I can see her when she gets back, perhaps, but... See, I am here to try and find out whatever I can about my brother. And find out if Joe Riley was my brother. I'm certainly not here to interfere with your life.
Hello, Richard.
Mrs. Roberts?
I'm looking for Cord. Do you know where I can find him?
I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, Mrs. Roberts, but your son is probably married by now and on his way to the islands for his honeymoon.
What?
Look, Cord called the city room and left a message for Clint saying that he and Tina were getting married and they wouldn't be back for several days.
No, that's impossible. They had plans. Do you know why they changed their plans so suddenly?
It's not my place to say.
Then you do have some idea.
Maybe, but I really would rather not get into it right now.
You do know about the land that my husband supposedly left for us.
Mrs. Roberts,
Richard, please. Tina knew about that land before she dropped you for Cordell, didn't she?
Yes, Mrs. Roberts, I'm afraid that's exactly what I think.
Oh, God, I can't let her drop my son. I've got to stop them.
Mrs. Roberts, there's nothing you can do.
I've got to try, Richard. I've got to try.
I'm sorry if my hand's shaking.
Oh, I thought that was me.
You don't want to back out, do you?
No way, girl. You?
No, I mean, I'm nervous, but I've also never been so happy in my life. So do you think you could do me a favor and, kiss me for luck?
I can, kiss you for anything.
Now. Save something for after the ceremony.
We want to get married. I'm Tina Lord.
You're Tina Lord. I know. How could I forget you? And you must be Cord Roberts, the groom-to-be.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
If Judge Lyons is ready, we're ready to be married.
Well, there's going to be just a slight delay. My husband called from City Hall. He's running just a little behind schedule.
Oh, no.
Oh, now don't worry. You have a whole lifetime to be married. You don't have long to wait.
Well, yeah, but as every second counts. Well, we have a plane to catch.
Honey, just relax, all right? Now, Mrs. Lyons said that her husband's going to be here any minute now, all right? A few minutes won't kill us.
That's the spirit. Besides, it'll give us time to go over the details. Now, do you have witnesses?
Oh, no, I thought I covered
This
everything.
whole wedding is kind of spur of the moment.
We're used to that kind of thing at Cheswold Chapel. I'll be glad to be a witness for you.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now, you do have the license, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
Brad is taking care of everything so far. What I tell you.
Very good. All right, well, all you need now are the rings.
Oh.
I got that too.
Wait, you're not the only one who thinks ahead here, honey. I bought this ring last time I was in El Paso. Somehow I always knew that I'd be able to use it.
A true romantic. Oh, you're a very lucky young woman.
Oh, Cord is wonderful.
Now, it's not much. I could never really afford anything much better than this. But once we get to St. Martin, I'm going to buy you one with a diamond as big and as bright as a colt's eye.
You know, you may not believe this. I don't care about the diamond. I just love you.
But Clint's out of the office, but he'll be back soon. You're welcome to wait, Herb.
Oh, no, thanks, Rich. I have to get back to my office, start preparing my daughter's defense.
Oh, Herb, I am so sorry. I've been caught up in my own problems.
No, it's okay. It's, all the prosecution has is circumstantial evidence. We'll pick them apart.
Is that for the record, Counselor?
You can quote me. And if you don't mind, you can give Clint this. Don't ask me how I came across this letter, all right? That's strictly off the record, but it does have Vicky's name on it.
From Mitch Lawrence?
Yeah.
Well, as a reporter, there's about 1,000 questions I'd like to ask you right now. But as a friend, I'll shut up and I'll just turn it over to Clint.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Look, tell Clint that I'll understand if he and Vicky don't want to open it, but just might be something in there that could help Cassie's case.
Yeah, I'll mention that to Clint.
I'll try to reach him later. Look, I hate to pressure him, you know, or Vicky, but that might be the break we need.
Well, I hope so. And Herb, make sure you tell Cassie that we're all behind her.
Oh, I will. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Now, another way to spell relief. Sodium-free Rolaids. Sodium-free...
So, what do you say I drive us up to the mountains in the morning? Vicky kept all of Joe's papers and possessions stored there at the cabin, and we can glance through them.
Maybe we can come up with some proof that he was my brother. I want you to know how much I appreciate it, Clint. But surely you must have better things to do than that.
Tom, Vicky would want me to do this. In fact, if Joe had lived, I wouldn't even be in Vicky's life. They had one hell of a marriage.
It strikes me that Mrs. Victoria Buchanan has one hell of a marriage, too.
Well, if there's any one thing I'm sure of, it's the way Vicky and I feel about each other.
Excuse me, Mr. Buchanan. You have a telephone call from Mr. Richard Abbott.
Oh, thanks, Jeff. I'll take it right here. Excuse me, Tom. I have to talk to my managing editor.
Please. I have one of my own in El Paso.
Yes. Richard, what's up?
Sorry to bother you, Clint, but I thought you should know about this right away. Herb Callison was just here, and he dropped off a letter addressed to Vicky.
Oh, well, that was nice of him. Have the mailroom forwarded to the ranch in Arizona.
Clint, this letter was written by Mitch Lawrence.
Mitch Lawrence? What the hell would he have to say to Vicky?
Well, no one's opened the letter to find out. I didn't even ask Herb how he found it. I mean, his only concern is whether or not it has any bearing on Cassie's defense.
Oh, I see. Well, it was probably just some attempt by Mitch to get Vicky to make a donation.
Well, I'll leave it on your desk and you can open it yourself, but Herb is pressed for time.
Okay, wait a minute. Go ahead and open it, Richard. If it's anything important, call me back.
And if it isn't?
Well, hell, then we must have a match around there someplace.
Gotcha. Vicky, I know you've hated me since the reemergence of Nikki Smith. So to make up for my part in bringing her out, I'm giving you the following information. Every word of it is true. Cordero Roberts is actually the love child of Maria Roberts and your husband, Clint. When Maria was pregnant, Asa paid off her mother to get Maria out of town and away from Clint. Well, he doesn't know that Cord...